All right, let's do this. How about I switch to the right screen? There we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to, what is this? Oh, yeah, this is All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show. The show that is meant to teach and help. But everybody should remember that the opinions stated on the show are not that of Smiteworks USA LLC or the DMs Guild or Fantasy Grounds or the Forge or anything just but us. And speaking of us, I think today, right now, it's just the boys. It's just me and Drake. How are you, Drake?
I'm doing good. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. How is
Happy
everybody
Sunday.
hanging out there? Yes, Sunday.
And
The end of the week. Or
yeah,
the
it is the end of the week. It depends. It's the beginning of the week on some calendars. Like on in my pill box that I've been taking pills every 12 hours for the last 8 years because of my liver transplant. The week begins on Sunday. If it was the TV guide, it used to begin on Monday, remember? And or Saturday, I mean. I don't know if you're old enough to remember TV guide. And what's up, Fozzie Bear? And yeah, so then it just depends on, like the Windows calendar begins on Sunday. So it always just depends on what you're.
We're too cheap to buy the TV guide. We just got the one in the newspaper.
Yeah, well, TV Guide anymore is a very thin 8.5 by 11, like regular magazine size, but probably the subscribership of that is way down than it's ever been in history. Because I remember TV Guide when I was a kid.
TV Guide subscription.
TV Guide, yeah, our family had a TV Guide subscription, and it was the most sold magazine in the world at the like in the 60s and 70s and 80s. So I used to remember the fall preview guides. You'd get the TV guide and see what new shows are coming out. And that was only 3 channels, so it wasn't like now you never keep up. And in my opinion, there is some really great television, but overall the amount of programs is just shit because it's too much and it's just shit. But anyway, Game of Thrones is coming up. All right, Fantasy Grounds, everybody. Fury Fate had a good suggestion that we should, collectible covers, exactly. We should go over the newest publication, which was called Ghoulish Overlord, which I have right here. And then she is, Fury Fate is experiencing, she said, storming. She lives in South Texas. She's experiencing storming and electricity flickers and internet problems. So most likely she will not be here for the entire show tonight. And then Robin didn't say whether she's coming or not, but I see here she's playing Smite. We can all see that she's playing Smite, so that must be way more important than coming to this show. She's not obligated to come to the show, but I just think that's funny that she's playing Smite, so we'll bust her balls about that. And then, as you know, I like to go take attendance. So here's today's show, and I'm going to go ahead and erase Fury Fate, and it's just Drake. I like to take attendance.
It's just us.
Oh, and do I know how many times people have been to each? Yes, I do. I have a formula.
Wow, I've only been on 62 times. That seems low, doesn't it?
Well, but you haven't been here the whole 4 years or whatever it's been.
I mean, I just if you count how many times I've watched the show, then that would be like
Well, then
214,
that'd be 215.
214 or something like that.
So, so there you go, everybody. That's the update on the show. Now, let's take a look at this thing. Let's look at it.
Elven Tower by Mark
Yeah,
Gaffney.
Elven Tower has. Oh, here, I'll show you guys. I'll go to the public spreadsheet. Now, have I put those in there? I should have put those in there.
Public.
Sweet mother of Jesus. I didn't put these in here yet. Okay, let's do it. Let's go over to the public spreadsheet here. Let's go here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Insert 8. And then I got to insert 3 more because I couldn't do the whole screen. Insert 3. Okay, now I got to do something. I'm going to go over here like this. I'm going to go over here like this, like that, like this. I'm going to copy these like that. Okay, like this, like that. I'm going to copy over here like that, like this. Okay, so these are the actually this one was published on 8/8, and these are all coming soon. The yellow ones mean that someone's actually working on it, and the white ones mean they're sitting in the queue waiting for somebody to take them to build them on Team Twohy.
Right.
And
To make some money.
right. So this is Elven Tower, right? He'll be all of those actually. Control D, and they all will have line of sight, but the only one that does right now is this one because it's the only one published. And then what I have to do is these really don't appear here, and this is not bolded. But what I can do is I can right click. I'm pretty sure I've never used the phrase right quick ever in my life, but I just did right there.
Right.
Ghoulish Overlord. I can copy that URL. And
$2? It's only
Yeah,
$2.
Yeah, it's super cheap. All the Elven Tower ones are seemingly super cheap. Insert link.
So
Apply.
it must be like a side adventure kind of thing. Yeah.
So actually, this spreadsheet here, let me sort that. Sort column B. So actually, this spreadsheet is the publicly available. Here's everything. There is a link to it in the Discord, but for those of you watching the Twitch show right now, I'll just go ahead and put this here in the chat. This is the publicly available sheet. That's everything I've ever done. So the very first publication on January 29th, 2016, and my Amazon book, and then literally everything I've ever done. You'll see people pop in here that click on the link. And you can click on the link and it'll take you to the item and it tells you what it is. Tells you if it's on the DM's Guild or the Smiteworks store. And yeah, that should.
Yeah.
So the Monster Manual Expanded 2nd edition.
I got it.
Yeah, that I don't know why that's not coming soon. It's done. I should take away coming soon because it is done.
And it shouldn't be yeller.
Well, it was yellow.
Yeller
because,
is dead.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's anybody that has Monster Manual Expanded, by the way, if you bought it a long time ago, you can go download the new version of it for free.
They all got the $2 joke. My $2.
Oh yeah, I want my $2. Yeah, so this coming soon is, by the way, where the hell? Oh, I see. It didn't have the parentheses in there like that.
What happened? It didn't
This
save?
this so the Monster Manual 2. No, this is the number 2. So the story is, for those that want to know, Monster Manual Expanded is done, second edition. Monster Manual Expanded 2 is in progress, but Dragonix, the author, is having trouble with artwork and copyright and other things. And he says it's probably going to be 2023 before that's done. So coming soon is, I should actually put in there. Oh, I need to look up the. Okay, I always forget what it is.
Coming
SD
2023.
code 2023. Yeah, next year. Uh, yeah, how do you. Here, I'm just going to copy it rather than try to create it. I'll just copy it and put it in there. Like that. Coming soon, TM. Coming soon, TM. Yeah. So, but anyway, this is everything from all the whole 7 years or whatever, and it tells you like for example, Hexblade Curse, that's no longer a thing because it got added to Fantasy Ground, so it's directly in there, and same with Skip Dead. So anyway, and then the it tells you if it's on the Forge. Red is just an internal. These color coding things are just internal things for me to know stuff about. And what red really is social media manager supposed to promote the red ones. So if it's in red, she promotes that. So yeah, so here, and then Diablo Bob's been working on the map label maker forever, coming soon. And then French language codings are supposed to be worked on by this guy. I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Time
But
he
then,
gets the map maker out, they're gonna freaking come out with it or something. Damn it, Bob, hurry up.
yeah, our Hammer says lawyers. Anyway, okay, so let's look at this thing. So this is the Ghoulish Overlord. This is a 4th level adventure. Yeah, 4th level adventure. By Elven Tower.
Mid-tier one shot.
Is a yeah, it's a one shot basically, but it might take. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to play, but converted by Marmus of Team Twohy. Thank you.
Marmus.
Produced by Rob
Nice.
Twohy.
3 hours is good. 3 hours is good. That's a one shot in my opinion.
Well, but I don't know if this is a one shot. It's just it's an adventure. Creating the party, about linearity and player agency, about notation. Like there is a 2 in 6 chance of finding a hidden door, that kind of thing.
A 2 in 6 chance, not a 1 in.
Well, because everything's D6 based.
Yeah.
The failed conqueror, honor and death. See this looks funny when you don't have the.
That's like a lot of stuff for $2.
I know, I'm telling you. But when you stretch it out like that, if you stretch it out like that, then it looks nice.
Up your bullet holes.
There's adventure hooks, and then here's what the map looks like. There's all kinds of dungeony stuff. And there is a player version, right? This is the DM's version with the numbers, and then there is the player version that has, no numbers and all and everything and everything everything like that. Everything like that.
All the line of sight, and now they're probably going to start doing layers instead of 2 maps, I would guess.
Oh yeah, that would be that would be
the DM layer.
Yeah, that would be a smart idea. So here's all the descriptions and the encounters and the story for the different areas with the loots and everything, the parcels and all that stuff. And so it gets all the way down to the conclusion.
Ooh,
and
cool.
In the conclusion, there's a reward parcel for 1,000 gold. Oh, spoiler! Here's the castle.
Alliance of Miscreants.
Yeah, there's some miscreants. And then there's new creatures. Honored Guard Soldier, Decaying Warrior, General Ground, Ilfus.
Quarterwood.
He's an Ilfus. General Ground Ilfus.
Oh, nice art.
This guy is just a token, and so is this guy. So the only art is just this guy.
Custom made tokens, though. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Hands
yeah.
on
Marmus does
weapons.
his own custom made tokens. They're pretty cool. He did that on his own. He uses them for all his conversions. They look like that. So there you go, everybody. And if you win today's contest, you can even get this if you want. Or everyone watching in the show
$2.
right now can just fucking go buy it. I mean, you know what I mean. Just go buy it. Why don't you just buy it? It's $1.95. Why don't you just buy it? Hold on a second. Let me get the link. Hold on. Let me get the link again.
Fourth level is a good level because they're about to be 5th. My favorite.
Copy. How do you
Top.
copy?
Second one. Second
copy.
one.
Thank you. Copy.
Or Control C,
What's up?
but you're leaning on your hand, so.
What's up, Happy? Was I leaning? How could you tell?
Because I can hear it. It sounds like that's your face is forced up.
I just took a drink of water. And you almost made it come out my nose.
It's a bonus if I get it out the nose.
It didn't copy the link though. Drake, you told me to copy, but no, it's copy link. Then put it in like that. Like that, everybody, like that. Okay.
Oh.
All right, so let's get rid of this. Rob Twohy projects. Let's go back on the other page over here like that. Over here like that. We don't need this. Close
Trademarks.
that. So here, I'll even say that we finished the show, but we didn't. But we're gonna say we did. Oh, next week, Spelljammer walkthrough. You know what that means? Drake buys somebody a copy.
What?
Awesome.
Who was that?
Oh, Robin!
I was here the whole time, I swear.
No, you were playing Smite.
Sorry.
What? And is Smite the thing you were playing last night, or is that different?
No, last night I was playing Overwatch.
Oh yeah, that's right, Overwatch. Okay, hold on a minute.
They're both games where like you get in like a match. They're like team fight games. So like I tried to be here at 8:00, but our match like went on for so long. It was like a 40-minute match. I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad because I'm like late to my show.
I put your name back on the list, Robin. I put your name back in.
Thanks.
You
I'm sorry, I'm so late.
Italicize it or something though. What were you doing?
So
I tried so hard to get here on time. I swear.
That's all right. That's all right. It's fine. Someone else isn't here at all, but she's having problems.
Yeah.
Oh,
hydrate. Nafum said hydrate. Okay, let's do it. Hydrate. Thank you, Nafum. So, Robin, I've been drinking only water.
Oh, nice. Water is good for you.
For like a week. No soda.
She doesn't deserve it. Wow.
She doesn't deserve it.
You're not wrong.
So what we did, Robin, only so far was we went over the most recent publication, which was the Ghoulish, what's it called? Ghoulish Overlord Level 4 Adventure. So that's all we did.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm sorry I missed it. I feel super bad.
And then next week is Spelljammer, and then Trivia Night is coming on.
Oh, yay.
On
Am I doing the trivia again, or is somebody else doing it?
Can you see the screen? Do I need to reshare it? Can you see it?
No, I can see it. I'm looking. I'm watching.
Yeah, Trivia Night, Robin.
Nice, yay.
And then I did send, just before the show, I sent a message to Theodore to see if he's still coming on the show with us with Fantasy Parser Module Update, because you can do that directly. Well, for NPCs, you can do that directly in Fantasy Grounds now. So I don't know if he's suspended operations on that, or if he's still plugging full on, because we booked him like, 8 months ago or something.
Yeah.
Or even maybe a year ago, we even joked, you'll come on next year and give us an update. And he's like, yeah. And then I just, every couple months I say, are you still coming? He's like, yeah, I'm still coming. But then we'll see what he says now.
Yeah.
So guys in the chat, when I say guys, I'm being generic, by the way. You guys all know that.
Yeah. The gender neutral guys.
Yeah, gender neutral. So people, if you have questions, please put them in the chat and we'll try to answer them. These questions can be about Fantasy Grounds. They can be about Fantasy Grounds VTT.
Yeah, throw us your questions.
Oh, here we go.
Question, Notham. I'm overwhelmed with extensions. Is there a list of what's mostly used in prep as opposed to play?
Okay, that is true. There is on my Discord. I'll put the link. If you come to my Discord and you go to, what's it called? It's called, there's so many rooms. It's called, Okay.
You can do it, Rob. I believe in you.
Product updates, is that it? Yeah. Product updates. So under DM's Guild discussions, you know what that should actually be. That should actually
Product
be.
discussions, or
Yeah.
or
That should actually
just
be DM/Forge discussions. Now let's see, does that save and can you read it? No, you can't. So
Just
Forge
call it
discuss.
product
Yeah.
discussions.
exactly. I should have just listened to you guys.
That's what
We
Drake
don't know
said.
anything. We don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know stuff.
No. Drake, don't sell yourself short. You're
Okay.
fucking
I'm not
smart.
that
Now
smart.
leave that to Robin. She's
You are
excellent at selling
smart.
herself short.
We did it, Jinx. We're not
Yeah,
that
but you know what I'm really good at though? I'm good at hyping other people up. Like
Yes,
I
you
will
are.
be
Like
your
and
hype
subscribe. You're
girl,
absolutely right.
100%. But I have like zero self-confidence.
So here is the link to this. And then what this is my recommended extensions. Now, there are like 80 of them, okay? But you can go and see like what do they do, when were they updated, what version should you have, where do you get it? And then if you click on, so there's 2 sheets extensions, and if you click on player versus DM, this actually shows you which ones are mainly for player, which ones are mainly for DMs.
That's neat.
The red is DM's Guild, the green is the Forge, and if it's bold, those are specifically for character building. So that gives you a sort of a loose guide to like going here and looking at a list of whatever 88 extensions and saying to yourself, what the fuck? And then you can kind of figure it out. And you can sort these, you can go in here and, if you come in on the link, you don't have to worry that you're going to screw anything up. You only have view access, so you can sort and change and, rejigger all this stuff, and you're not going to hurt anything.
Messy fresh. But what do I do if I'm colorblind? Did you really use red and green, Rob?
Then you didn't make it to the show because you ran the red light and got into an accident.
The red lights are always on the.
If
in
you
the
can't
same
tell between
position.
red and green, can you tell different shades? I'm not colorblind, so I don't know how colorblind people like those. Do those look exactly the same to you? I'll change them right now.
My friend, that the
he's not
traffic
colorblind.
lights all look like yellow lights to him.
He's
all three of
trolling
them.
you.
Is he not colorblind? This
No,
asshole?
he's not. He's
No.
trolling
Okay,
you. He's not
whatever.
colorblind. But it is a valid
My own
statement
show.
for
Your wife is on the
colorblind
show and then you come
viewers.
over and you troll me. I don't understand what the hell.
I'm gonna die.
I wish I was on camera.
So-
Messy, can you tell the difference between this and this?
Oh, black and white. Well, black and white. I mean, so the alternate colors for colorblind people is purple and yellow. I believe it would be the alternate colors that like game companies use for colorblind modes. I don't know. I play a lot of competitive games.
I don't know
so
because I'm not.
there's a
colorblind.
colorblind mode.
And you know
in
me, if
games
I'm
I
not
play.
something, it
It's
doesn't
always like
exist.
purple and yellow or blue and yellow.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes, Pave the World. The link. Robert, repaste the project link again.
Oh, sure.
The stuff that you're working on.
Yeah, that one you mean? The one we're looking at now, you mean? This one?
No, the one that with all your stuff that you're working on.
Oh, that one. That is also in here. That is so let's see. No, not that. No. Oh, you know where that one is? That's actually in Who is Rob Twohy? And
Current
here's
projects,
the link
yeah.
right here, and I'll copy that link and post that again. Now here's what we'll do. We're gonna go now. What I want to do is I want to see how many people are in here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many people are in here? Just one.
And
They're
Nafem,
anonymous.
just to get back to your question about being overwhelmed with extensions, my recommendation on extensions and people being new to them is to go slow. Get
Yeah.
a couple and play with them and get used to them and see if you actually need them.
You know what you do?
If it
You
helps
read
your
this
game.
list. Go down here. Here's what this one does. I mean, if you don't know, click on the link. It's like 1,000 things.
There
But
is.
that's
Yeah.
the only smart ass one in there. But if you just go down and read this and be like, portals, the extension allows you to find areas on a map that link to other areas on the same map or different maps. Holy shit, that's cool. And then do that one. Or, just read them and see like, I don't need that. I don't need that. Oh, I really want this. Just kind of do that thing. Because if I'm DMing, I have like, I think literally all of these on. And which another good thing about that is if some of them, sometimes you get conflicts, especially when Fantasy Grounds makes a major update, all the extensions break and all the authors scramble to fix it. But then they're all like, I even have on here, I don't know if it works. So because Damned, Team Twohy, it works. I'm telling you it does. But if it's S.R. McCarthy or Celestian or people that aren't on Team Twohy, it probably works, but I haven't said for sure that it does. So like it says up here at the top, all extensions are Unity compatible. See the second sheet for player versus DM for Team Twohy extensions and modules. If you see anything in error here or something that needs updating, especially an unknown status, please PM Rob Twohy in his Discord and let him know. So that's what I never know what to say. Please PM me, or I don't do second person, third person. I don't know what to do. So
I kind of want to piggyback on like what Drake was saying, because like when I first started using Fantasy Grounds, like not way back when, but 2016, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And like extensions, obviously there's a lot more nowadays than there were back then, but like initially when I was DMing, I would realize that I needed something that Fantasy Grounds didn't provide, and during a session, right? And I would just like make a little mental note, I need something that might be able to handle this or whatever. And then after game was over, I would go to the forums, because back then that was the only way you could find extensions, and like see if somebody had done something when I needed. To give a good example, like I had the very first campaign I ran in Fantasy Grounds, my players loved to go shopping like all the fucking time. We would spend 2-3 hours just shopping for a whole session, and I really wanted something that could handle that. So back then that was when we had like Deluxe Oz's extensions for handling shops and stuff like that, but that was a long time ago. But you get what I'm saying. So like if while you're playing and you realize, man, I wish I could find something that automated like mirror image. So, like I have a player who uses mirror images all the time, and then I need this, because I don't like the way it's handled in Fantasy Grounds, vanilla.
And on
So
that topic, that mirror image is it just
amazing.
works, right?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
amazing.
So now you go, you get the automatic mirror image because you have a player who uses it all the time, and then now you've got an extension that is simple to start with, and it's helping your players, and you can just kind of like go from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
And these guys, so some of them don't have version numbers or dates, and the reason they don't is because they haven't been really touched since they've been made. But these are constantly being updated. So let me show you here. Let me go and sort this in reverse order by date, or by updated, which is D. So you see that August 5th, August 5th, August 4th, July 28th, July 27th, these have been recently updated. And every time one gets updated, I go in here manually. I come to this spreadsheet and I type it in, the version number and because I have to either upload it to the DM's Guild or the Forge, or in some cases both. And so this is always updated. And, just bookmark this, guys. Bookmark this site. And if you forget the bookmark or don't know where it is, just remember, come to my Discord and go to product updates. And it's right here. It says, hey, everyone. It's not at the top. You got to scroll down a little bit. But, hey, everyone, here's a list of extensions. And by the way, this product updates room, this is not somewhere where you can type in anything. This is only what I've typed in. No discussion takes place here. So you can go here and read like these 5 important things and kind of keep up for what you want. But you can always get a list of these extensions, and then that's always updated. And anytime you are wondering, hey, I wonder if there's a thing that does this, come here first. And the titles are kind of self-explanatory, but if not, read the description. And it'll let you know, and then you can get it. And if you have questions, always just come in my Discord and come to the general chat or new FG help and type what you need. And by the way, if you're watching the show right now and you're not a member of my Discord, first of all, how dare you? But secondly, come on over. Here's the link right here, because we're very friendly and there's always people in there, and I'm not necessarily the person to talk to in there. I mean, it is my Discord, and its main purpose is customer service for the Forge and DMs Guild. But you see that if you have any questions for a member of Team Twohy, these are all grayed out on my screen because I basically don't go in there. I leave it to them. But Diablo Bob, there's Dev Talk, which is all the developers talking about possibilities or new stuff. There's Diablo Bob, Matakiri, Kent, Mad Nomad, Troy Monteith, who is Priest, Robin, Christopher Bousset, who I believe right now is gone. We haven't been able to find him. Sean P. Kane, Marmus, J Harp, and Tack, and DM Brian. And Lord Taser is gone, but that room is still there for just to let people know that he's gone. But you can come in here. Like, let's go to Matakiri's, and then just 10,000 discussions in here about everything. So you can always come and ask questions. That's what the Discord is for. The Discord actually isn't for coming, coming in here and saying, hey, what does everybody think about alignment in D&D 5e? Should we use it or not? That's not what the Discord's for. The Discord's for helping you with the stuff that you've bought or steering you toward stuff you might
There's
need.
an alignment extension now that Team Twohy's put
Is there?
It's called Not.
Yeah. But I mean, people. It's not LF.
It just makes the alignment blank.
If nobody reads the rules, I understand that nobody reads them, but the rules do clearly state, like, this isn't some place to come for LFG or just to necessarily bullshit. Now we absolutely have an off-topic room, and you can go in there and talk about anything you want. Of course, barring religion, politics, and sports, but you can talk about, D&D 4e, or talk about, Pathfinder, or you can talk about anything you want. Like, one time I posted in there, like, here's a picture of me when I was 40, and here's one when I'm going to be 60. You can just put anything you want. But generally there's, in all of the other channels, there's no memes, no pics, no bullshit, basically. We want people to be able to know that they can come here and get immediate help and not have to wade through, like, here's my recipe for corn salad. Like, none of that shit. Yeah. No rash political statements.
Pave the World also redeemed a street cam.
Oh, snap, street cam. You gotta know what is happening on the street cam. My lawn looks so nice here, and then out by the street it's kind of brown or whatever. I don't understand. The sprinkler all gets it. I don't get it. I don't understand.
You need more poop damage, maybe.
Yeah, more poop damage.
More poop damage. No more bushes. The bushes are gone now. And this guy that's in this red car across the street, who is he? Get out of my neighborhood. Don't park on the street. That's like low rent.
What really irks me? We have this problem in our neighborhood. Our streets are really narrow, and people park on the street. And I'll see their car on the street and their driveway is empty. Or some people who leave their garage doors open 24/7, which drives me nuts also. Their garage is empty, their driveway is empty, and their car is still parked on the street.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
That's because they grew up their whole life in an apartment or some place where they just park on the street is in their head and they can't fucking get it.
It doesn't make
You bought a house, it has a garage, fucker. Put your car in the goddamn garage.
And we all have long ass we can fit 6 cars in our driveway. I'm not shitting you, our driveway is so long. So why and it's not just our house, our whole neighborhood is cookie cutter houses. You know what I mean? Everybody else has the same fucking shit.
My garage has a TV, soon to have a pinball machine, and a table behind the car. I put my car in there. Yeah, it's a game room. Exactly. And I still put my car in there. Goddamn it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Park your cars on your driveway or park them in your garage. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, you can
if
say
I had a
garage,
I would totally put my car in it.
Right?
Yeah. I don't have a garage.
These people will leave it out when we get 6 inches of snow, and I'm like, your car would not be covered in snow if it was in your fucking garage.
See, we don't get snow down here, so that's probably why I don't have a garage.
Oh, yes, Bane, thank you for pointing that out. That is true on the Discord. None of the rules apply to me, but I'm the one exception. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I can say what I want, and I can break my rules, and I often do. But if anyone except for me breaks rules, I or the admins may kick you or may even ban you. So we're pretty serious about that. You know, we want to have fun and be able to joke around, but the Discord is there to help people. It's not there to troll me or any of this other kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, we don't bite. Like most everybody in the community is pretty awesome and
yeah,
nice.
I come off as a monotone asshole, which is not entirely wrong. It is more the truth than you know. But I ultimately want to help people and do nice things for people. So just treat me right, and I'll be there. I'll talk to you. I mean, I can't. Well, I spend most of my day talking to people and PMs and emails and whatever. You know, I try to make it so that every question is answered, and you don't have to contact me. And like it's a last resort to contact me because very often you'll send me a PM that says, "Hey Rob, I had a question about this," and I'll be like, "Oh, did you go here and read this?" And they're like, "Oh no, I didn't read that." You know, I'm a lot about RTFM. Curmudgeon, yes, exactly, fat old lion. When Rob starts until he decides to end it. Yeah, people know. You guys know. But if you're new and, you know, maybe you're watching the show for the first time right now, I don't want you to think that you can't, you know, you have to tread on broken glass or anything like that. I don't even know if that's a saying, tread on broken glass. I think I just made that up. But yeah, just, you know.
Eggshells.
Tread
It's
on
eggshells.
thin ice.
It's eggshells. Really easy. When you come to the Discord for the first time, you're going to see the welcome, and it's going to tell you to read the rules. And then if you read the rules, it'll take you 3 minutes. And if you just follow the rules, you'll be fine. That's it.
And then if you want to play D&D with Rob, there's another set of rules. It's another whole thing.
Yeah, that's come to my house, and we'll set it up on the kitchen table. Let's do it.
Do you have rules that, like in print, if people come to your house, they have to read?
So I used to do that for poker. I had a poker group in Los Angeles, and everyone hated me because I wrote this.
Because you're you?
Yeah, because I wrote this like 3-page, you know, typed one side only, 3 pages of house rules for poker. And every single one of them was based on a situation where people got into a fight. So I thought, let me just eliminate all of that. By if you know all these rules, no one will ever fight about, you know, because we would play for money. We would play for like real money.
Can you just make the rule of no fighting, and then wouldn't that solve the whole thing?
I should have thought of that. I didn't think of that. But then, you know what? And then I did that too in Los Angeles for about a couple of years. I ran a show. I ran a comedy show, and I paid the comics. But in order for them to get paid, they had to read the fucking contract. There was a contract, and it was like 4 pages. And if they, you know, Chelsea Handler was the biggest. I don't know if you guys know who Chelsea Handler is. I fucking hate her so much. She came to the show drunk. She was the headliner. And do you guys know who Chelsea Handler is? Does everybody know who that is?
No.
Yeah, I'm about to say bad things about her in public.
Live under a rock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's true because she's famous, but everything I'm about to tell you is true, so it's not slander or libel or whichever one it is. So she came to the show and she was super drunk, and I said, well, you know, like rule number 1 is you can't be intoxicated, and she's like, Rob, whenever you point your finger at somebody, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you, which by the way is kind of a genius intoxication insight because it's kind of true. But I wasn't drunk. She was drunk. And so I said, I'm not going to let you perform. And she goes, dude, I have like a lot of people here. And I go, yeah. I go, I'm not going to let you perform. And she goes, if you don't let me perform, all I'm going to do is spend my time bad-mouthing you around town. And she was way more powerful than me. And I said, all right, fine. You go perform then. And then I just didn't pay her. And she never asked me for the money. So I just kept the money. But yeah. Chelsea lately, yeah, she's, I don't know, she's had a bunch of shows, and she had her own talk show, and she's, I think she fucked every guy in LA but me. She has a book about that. She's very open about her sleeping her way to the top. She doesn't even, it's not even a joke. She just did that. Anyway, her and Dane Cook can go straight to hell. But I'm not bitter. Okay. So, hopefully there's no big Dane Cook or Chelsea Handler fans watching the show tonight. So what else, everybody? Anybody got any more questions? Robin
Check your
wants to know
follower
why is
count.
there
See what
blood holes?
happens.
Do what, Drake?
I said check your follower count real quick. See if it goes down. Just see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Screw Rob. I like that comic.
Yeah, Dane Cook is just...
I'm so offended.
He's just such a super asshole. You want
I got a
another...
general
Oh,
idea who you're
okay.
talking about.
So the Dane Cook story is... He was actually not... He was not really famous yet. This would have been in the early 2000s. So let's call it 20 years ago. So he hadn't been in any movies. He hadn't been on that one time when his... because he was basically the first comic to use social media to his advantage. And he got his comedy album on the Billboard charts to number 4 just by going on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and whatever. Well, I don't know if Instagram was a thing.
Wouldn't have been like MySpace back then.
Yeah, exactly. So, and he told all his fans, "You go out and buy my album on this particular day, and don't buy it the day before. They had just buy it all." And then it shot to number 4, and then Saturday Night Live somehow got a hold of that and put him on, and he was the guest host one night, and I was like, "What the fuck?" But anyway, he is capable of carrying on a human conversation because I've seen interviews with him and stuff. But what he would do to the other comics is if he was on the bill with you, like say, we go to the, Bobby McGee's fucking on Sunset or whatever fucking place we're supposed to go perform, and he's one of the performers. And then I'd never met him. And so he did his act, and then I did my act, and then coming off stage, and he was there talking to some people, and I just went up to him to shake his hand and introduce myself and say, hey, it's bullshit comic crap that you do. It's just what you do. You go up and you shake their hand. You go, hey, I really love your stuff, and nice job or whatever. And he wouldn't shake my hand, and then he only spoke gibberish, and then he wouldn't make eye contact with him. He's tall. He's like 6 foot something. Or maybe 5'10" or whatever, but I'm a short guy, right? So he just looked over my head. He kept looking above my eyes and saying like just gibberish nonsense, and he wouldn't talk to me. And I'm like, what kind of fucking asshole is this? So then I find out from other people, he did that unless you were, Richard Pryor or George Carlin or somebody above him, he would talk to those people. But if you were seemingly, or in his opinion, below him, he just wouldn't talk to you. And
That's crazy.
Yeah, then I find out, that on set and everywhere else, if you just go read about him, he's just such an... And then his thing now is he's like...
There's no classes in comedy.
50... He's 50 years old, I think, and or maybe a little 51
Yeah, born
or 2.
1972, yeah.
Okay, so he's 50, and his girlfriend's like 19 or something. So everyone's busting his
So
balls.
gross.
But, I mean, it's legal. But, anyway.
It's gross.
So Dane Cook is an asshole. Tim Allen is an asshole. Leah Remini is an asshole. Chelsea Handler is an asshole. I've met a lot of assholes. I've also met quite a few many great people.
I mean, like, that's the thing about showbiz, though. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people who are, like, stellar, golden, fucking nice people like Keanu Reeves or whatever. But I think showbiz in general, regardless of, what avenue of showbiz that you're in, I think it just attracts very egotistical type of people. You know what I mean? Because they want to be famous and they want to be rich. And, like, so it just draws that, like, type A personality.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Robin. And one of the reasons I didn't become a celebrity myself was that I wanted it, but I didn't want it more than anybody else. Like most celebrities, that's all they think about. They eat, drink, and sleep fame, and they won't stop, and they'll do anything, and they'll get up. Yeah. They get up at 6 a.m. and go to bed at 2 a.m, and then all they're thinking about is networking and how can I get, what can I do, who can I talk to, where can I go, and I just that wasn't my thing, and I failed
And of course,
miserably.
there's like exceptions to the rule, obviously, but
Well, yeah, like and I resent like people like the Kardashians who are famous for being famous. They have no skill at all. That's just that upsets me. All right, Fantasy
yeah.
Grounds. What's up?
Yeah,
Oh, I agree,
there,
fat old
there.
man.
Bane's talking about that Bob's gonna already hack the dice system so he can add his own dice.
Monkey poo
And I was
dice.
imagining the Rob Twohy little logo going around on your dice for some reason when they got rolled. Your little head
Yeah,
doing
that would be.
cartwheels.
What if you could map a pick or a GIF or whatever to a dice? That would be to a die.
Didn't Smiteworks say that they were working on some like new
Well, they're
dice
doing some fancy
graphical
things,
stuff?
but
Oh,
I didn't.
Yeah.
skins.
I never.
Yeah,
Yeah,
skins.
skins, but I never heard you could do. Like, I don't know why it would be so hard to map a pick. Map my logo to some dice. That'd be freaky, man.
Yeah.
But you probably couldn't see the numbers or whatever.
I want like sparkly dice. I hope like when the skin things come out, I hope that Smiteworks doesn't forget that like girls also play Dungeons and Dragons on Fantasy Grounds. I hope we get like some girly like sparkly unicorn rainbow shit. You know what I mean? Like I would fucking love that.
You
So wait,
farting unicorn dice. Yeah.
Yes.
Bob says you can already do that with custom dice. You can already map a picture to a die. I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
I don't understand why FGU makes sound. The sound they make when rolling dice is just the trouble dice game.
I always
Remember
turn it
trouble?
off.
Oh, that's
The-
the very first thing I do
the-
whenever I
the-
open a
Yeah.
new campaign.
I turn
I
it
go
off
right to
every
the
time.
options and I turn the fucking dice sounds
freaking-
on.
I'm like, yeah, no,
So
I
annoying.
can't.
But they're partnered with Sirenscape now, so you're gonna have all kinds of sounds coming
Yeah,
up.
but
It's gonna be
I'm okay
integrated.
with that. Just
Right.
dice.
No, I was talking to Windag in
Oh,
chat.
okay.
He made a comment.
Okay.
Yeah, some of those trailing effects are gonna be a little annoying, I think, at first.
Oh no, I'm gonna love them. Sign me up. I can't wait.
Yeah, like I don't understand how everybody gets so excited about D&D Beyond. It's like if you buy this book, you also get the custom dice. Really?
I didn't even know people use D&D Beyond to be like a dice roller.
Yeah, but I mean, is that something that I'm missing? Like I'm not gonna sign up for TikTok. It's just not gonna happen. So is that the same thing in my brain that I don't care about dice? Is that the same?
Well, maybe. I mean, like from your, I imagine from your perspective, you don't have a use for that because you already use Fantasy Grounds. But there's lots of people out there who, and I see this all the time, like on Reddit and YouTube comments. There's people who don't want to use Fantasy Grounds because they have to pay for it. You know what I mean? Granted, I know you have to buy shit on D&D Beyond, but you can use parts of it for free. So,
Yeah. Well,
same thing as
You can
Roll20.
use
Like,
parts of
yeah.
Fantasy Grounds for free, but people are
Right.
uneducated about that.
But you can't like DM a game for free, really, with Fantasy Grounds. You know what I mean?
You can if you just have one player.
One player only, right? Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Or if each of your players has a license, then you can DM a game. I mean, it's
But
just
then
depends.
you-
Well, I
as
mean,
the-
technically, you could totally just show your DM screen in Discord and run a game.
Right,
mean-
yeah. I'm just playing devil's advocate. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't have a problem purchasing Fantasy Grounds or purchasing content for Fantasy Grounds, but there are tons of people out there who don't want to do that. And I can
we played-
understand that.
We played D&D in the bleachers at the range in basic training. I mean,
Right?
it's
Right.
done. I mean, we
Yeah.
used rocks as dice.
We
threw
played
numbers on 'em.
we played in the army too. We played in Korea in our four to a 10 by 10 room with 2 bunk beds and it was like 4 beds, 4 foot locker or not 4 wall lockers, 4 beds, 2 stacked on each other, and then like a table, and that was the entire room. And we played D&D, and then we played Dragonlance DL 1 through 16. It was insane. It was so fun. I have a picture of that somewhere. I have a picture of me doing that somewhere. I'll
My
have to get
last
that.
2 months at Fort Polk, I ended up in a house, and I was running games every a weekend out of the house. It was so fun.
That's about the time that's a little after I put out the coatings in November of 17. If I can't automate it, I'm not interested. That's so true. I did say that. I still think that. What was I gonna do? You guys said something that triggered something, and I was gonna do something. And I was gonna do something.
See,
I don't know.
this is how I got into learning how to do
Oh,
all the extensions and stuff. I just got a bunch of players that make them on my table, and I just have to just play D&D. I just DM now. I don't have to, shit breaks, I just hear about it.
See, like I have I guess the totally inverse of that. Like my players, they use Fantasy Grounds, but I wouldn't say that they're like, as in love with it as I am. Not that they hate it, like don't take it that way. But like I'm the one who's like super dedicated, like Fantasy Grounds, huzzah, you know what I mean? But so whenever we're playing, for me, it's just like they're like, wow, this is really frustrating to have to do this, like how to manage my summons, or whatever. And then I'm the one looking for extensions to basically make my player's life easier or better while they're on the
yeah.
table. But they don't really go on to like the forums, and they don't watch YouTube videos. They're like kind of disconnected from it in that way, which is fine. It doesn't bother me, but I'm always like, what are they complaining about this week? Not complaining, but what can I fix for them this week with an extension or something?
Okay, 20 seconds, everybody. Dane Cook sucks! Exclamation! Dane Cook sucks! Get it in there. Dane Cook. People just showed up. Why does Dane Cook suck? All right. So the winner is. Oh, you know what? Robin, it's not fair because Robin was talking and I didn't want to interrupt her. So I'm going to redo this, everybody. I'm going to
My
redo
bad.
it.
I'm sorry.
No, I should have stopped you, but I didn't want to. So I'm going to redo this, everybody. Oh, no winners. Yeah, I know what's happening. All right,
I
let's
know
do
I'm
that
a little
again.
long-winded sometimes, so that was my bad.
So
Dane Cook
type it in again,
sucks
everybody.
again.
Exclamation
Re-enter.
point, Dane Cook sucks. And if you entered, you got to enter again because I just reset it. And
Yeah, copy paste if you want. It's fine.
or just hit the up arrow in the chat if you're using. So yeah, I didn't. Too many people got like
Go. There
after
we
it
go.
stopped.
There's
5
everybody
people.
again.
Yeah, that's everybody.
There was only like 8 people last time.
Right. Well, because the timer ran out and I saw like 6 people type it in the chat. I'm like, oh shit. And plus the stream might be delayed for some people and whatever.
I guess you could, if you pause, does that stop the timer?
No,
and
it doesn't.
check
Yeah, once it's going, you can't do anything except reset the whole thing. Wait, Bob didn't enter? Uh-oh. He would have probably won.
Okay. He might win.
All right, let's see who the real winner is now. Draw winner. Gorbidal. Boom. So, Gorbidal, you know what to do. You won on July 31st. You only won 2 weeks ago. And you can pick anything on the Forge.
6.3% chance.
Or the Forge or the... What's the other thing? DM's Guild. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Man, I was looking at all the modules that you got on the DM's Guild, adventure modules. It's just uncanny how many there are. I'm like, wow. Just over the years.
Yeah, well, there is 423 things on the DM's Guild. And 56 items in the Smiteworks store. 1 book on Amazon. 31 things on the Forge. These things on drive-through are, I mean, they're something, but that was when I first started and I didn't get it, and they're just I don't really.
I don't even go to drive-through RPG. I don't go.
No,
over there.
and I like every month the sales of these 5 things is like 0, 0, 0, 0. I mean, sometimes people buy them, but I kept them in there just because they were something I did at the very beginning. But yeah, so, and then here's the productivity of like in the year 2016 I did 57 things, sorry, 15 things. And then because I was looking here, and the next year I did 57 things. But the DM's Guild items that I personally did aren't that many. And like last year and this year, none. Like last year I did 108 things, but none of them were anything I personally did. I only produced stuff and help help it get to fruition and all that. Now sometimes these numbers get like this number that should match, but my formulas. I mean, if you go looking at my formulas, like I don't know how many of you guys do Excel or Google Sheets, but then it gets crazy, So, anyway, that's that. That's the whole reason I'm saying that.
I know enough to break Excel. I know enough to do that.
I have 2 projects. Robin's having a private conversation.
Robin, who actually does use the forums though, other than the Smiteworks employees?
I mean, like, I don't know how long you've been using Fantasy Grounds, but like if we rewind, like 5 years ago, the forums was where everything was happening. Like there weren't, aside from Rob, if I recall correctly, and the Fantasy Grounds Friday stream, there were not people really in that time period using Twitch or like using YouTube. I guess there was a couple of people like Digital Dungeon Master, obviously, he used to make YouTube videos. And what I'm saying though is like 5 years ago, the forums was where it was at. Like that's what, if you wanted to talk to other people about Fantasy Grounds, that's where the conversations were happening. People weren't really using Discords. Like Fantasy Grounds Discord is like a fucking new thing. Like that's only been around like a year and a half. You know what I mean? So
this disc. So I started streaming in October of 15.
Right.
And literally just was like, what is Twitch? What is OBS? Press play. Like I have fucking no idea.
Yeah, and like back then, there weren't that many people.
Right. Back then, it was all TeamSpeak.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And if you go back and watch my early videos, there was all the box in the corner of TeamSpeak. And then I started this Discord on November 15th of 16, which is crazy because that's almost 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And Digital Dave started streaming exactly 1 year before me, and he's the one that told me that. And he used to talk to me, and he would say, "Rob, you're going to get burnt out." But when he talked to me about this, it was in like 2016 when I was doing, I think I was playing 10 D&D games a week. I was DMing 8 of them and streaming 8 of them.
That's crazy.
And it was crazy. And I did that for like 8 or 9 months or almost a year. Now I can barely be bothered to show up on weekends. Like I can't,
When I first started, I tried running a game. I didn't try. I did. I ran a game for 8 players plus me. And I did that for like 10 months. It was like in some ways it was a nightmare.
Sweating when you're done. You're like,
but in other ways, I'm thankful, I guess, that I did that because I learned so much. Like we dove in, we played 1 session on Roll20, hated it, and then we bought Fantasy Grounds. Most of my players,
that's exactly what happened to me.
We got the ultimate license. They were like, "Robin, you're DMing, blah blah blah," so they chipped in and we got all the shit that we needed. We went Fantasy Grounds, we went fucking hard. Like from, we just hit the ground running. And like it was me and 8 players. It was awesome. It was crazy, but I learned so much. And I think looking back on it, I wouldn't be where I am now, like so knowledgeable, so ingrained in the community, like trying to, make friends everywhere, get to know everybody. I wouldn't be in this position if I hadn't done that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think I wouldn't have really looked into extensions for handling stuff. And like, we probably would have just kept going if it was just a regular game. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's crazy to think back on that.
Yeah.
time.
And it's so funny, Robin, how you explain that, because all of everything I do was all just an accident, a piece at a time.
Yes, exactly.
Like I started in 2015 in October. I bought Fantasy Grounds in September. Because I just had my liver transplant. I'd recovered for about a year, and I thought, well, I need something to do. So I bought Fantasy Grounds, thought it was amazing, started streaming, and did so that was in late 2015, and until May of 2019, so for almost 4 years, I did everything on my lap, literally in a living room chair with a 15-inch laptop. Everything. Streaming, made all my codes. Every single thing I did was on this 17-inch laptop. And then I finally got like a real computer and everything when I got some money saved up. And
it really hasn't helped you as far as production wise. You've
no,
done way
my
less
stream,
with
I
way
never,
more.
yeah, I still don't even really claim to be a streamer. I just happen to accidentally know what to do a little bit.
You hit the button once in a while correctly.
Yeah, I did change my YouTube. Did everybody see my new YouTube? My
URL?
No, my YouTube. Like what happens when you
The
go
banner
to,
and stuff.
Yeah, the banner. Yeah, here I'll show you. I just changed it, so it looks like that now.
Update that.
And it's
Nice.
like if you're on the phone, it includes like everything from the logo over to the end of the words. And because I did this channel review thing, and it was like $19, and it said, hey, here's what's fucked up about your channel. And it said, go make sure this is a clear indication, and also what your schedule is. And so I didn't put Wednesdays because we don't always do Wednesday, but and so then I redid my description, and I put the playlist. And anyway, I sort of worked on that a little bit. But yeah, everything I've done since 2015 is just a day at a time, learning one thing and going and doing it. And and a lot of people don't know this about me, but when I came out of my liver transplant in 2014, and my mother had passed away, and I basically came home to her empty house that I had inherited because she's dead. And, I had to quit comedy because I didn't want to go back into show business because it was just too stressful and it's not what I needed. And I've never regretted that decision. But I was pretty much poor and had no money and no job and no nothing. And I built this little cottage industry, and in 2020 and 2021, it was pretty good. And the years before that were just barely anything, right? Just barely enough to say it was something. I mean, my whole first year of doing it, I made $600 in the entire year, And then the next year I made like 9,000, and then after that I made like 30,000. But 2020 and 2021 were really good. And then this year sucks ass. Like, it's way back down again to like previous levels. But I'm not unhappy. I was able to buy like a house and a car and
That's awesome.
yeah. And then, so then if I just never really if all I have is enough money to pay my bills every month for the rest of forever, it'll be fine. Provided I don't run into some health thing that's going to cost me millions of dollars or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, and basically it's all because of everybody watching the show right now, and you guys, Robin and Drake. It's all because of the community.
All those cheerbits.
Yeah, I mean, that adds up. You can't even believe it. Like, here, hold on a second. Cheerbits, everybody, cheerbits. Where is that? Notifications. Yeah, so total.
So what?
So 708,000 divided by, so that's $7,000. So total cheerbits since the beginning of time. Cheerbits, McClancy.
Cheerbits.
I remember one time, I'm going to tell a story about McClancy. We went to this get together that everybody knows. Gwydion put together this and it was in Denver. And it was like Joe Numbers and Tall Joe and McClancy
cheerbits
and
in the stream.
and
Thanks for the cheerbits.
And a couple other people. And this was in like 2016. Thank you, Fat Old Lion. Cheerbits. And so we all played. We all brought our laptops to this like resort. One of these $5 million houses that's part of a timeshare thing that Gwydion got, and it had like 10 bedrooms or whatever the fuck. And we were there. We did this a few times. And but this was the first one, and we were all. I mean, it was one of those big giant kitchen tables, so it was like 7 of us with laptops and a big power bar in the middle of the table, and we could all play Fantasy Grounds face to face. It was
In
hilarious.
person?
Yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
hilarious. And so we were sitting there, and I was streaming it, and this is on my YouTube channel. You can find it. And we were playing
Cheerbits.
and I
Cheerbits
said,
in the stream.
Cheerbits,
Thanks for the
Celestian,
Cheerbits.
thank you so much, Celestian, Cheerbits. I said one time something
It's a hype
about
train.
Cheerbits, and Mark cheered like it was insane. It was like 5,000 or whatever. It was like,
God.
yeah. And we were, but it all happened like while we were, hey, yay! And everybody at the table. And then I went and gave him a hug, and it was just funny. It was just super hilarious. Cause this was this is like maybe a few days after I made affiliate on Twitch, because you don't just
Yeah.
automatically start them. But anyway, so according to this, Lady Shell still holds the record for cheering 10,000 bits at a time. That's
Damn.
$100.
That's
And she did that a few times. Yeah, she did that. Like, this is how many times she did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Jeez.
$1,500 worth. And she and I are not friendly anymore, and I'm so sad about that. Not because of this reason, but because she was such a staunch supporter of mine. But she got really super mad at me because of the Grim Press, Rob Twohy, everybody's fighting thing. And she said I didn't side with her, and I don't even really know what the story is. I tried to, but there's a couple people who, and this happened in comedy, this happened in show business, this happens all the time. It happened with girlfriends, like, I hate you now, goodbye. And I'm like, what did I do? No, Rob, I just hate you. Fuck you, goodbye. And then no explanation. Like, what is happening? So it's kind of sad that she is, But anyway, she was a really great supporter. But, yeah, so $7,000. So what is that? $7,085.
Cheerbits in the stream.
Cheerbits.
Thanks for the Cheerbits.
Cheerbits, Notham, thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. And by the way, you guys, I really do appreciate it. You have to know that each of these $1, $5, whatever the fuck it is, it all counts, because I'm sitting here and, even though I did well in a couple years and bought a home and a car, I still have to eat. I still have to buy gas. I still have to pay my electric. I still have to pay all this shit every month. Whatever it costs me to live every month, some kind of 2,000 or 3,000 or whatever the fuck it is. I'm too scared to figure it out. Yeah, so, and, McClancy and Marbanya and Drake and these are all the Garvster, Gwydion, Diablo Bob, Gorvidal, Notham. These are all the people, how many months they've, not sure that that's consecutive, but it's how many months they've done, recently or whatever, subbing to the channel.
That's
and so,
awesome.
yeah, it all helps because subs, I get half of the subs. And even if you guys do Prime, I somehow still get half of $5. I don't know how Amazon makes money on that. They make enough money. And then Cheerbits, of course. And then,
It's
if
Amazon.
you buy...
They'll take losses until they make money. It's fine.
Yeah, that's how they do it. Amazon didn't make any money for like 18 years when they first started. It was crazy.
They're very famous for this.
Yeah, and then now they own the planet Earth. And, if you guys buy the stuff on the Forge or the DM's Guild, we get 50%. Forge, we get 60%. And so, yeah, it all... And then also the
Crazy,
members...
man.
Huh?
How, I've always... maybe I shouldn't voice this opinion, but I've always disliked... That's the gentle word I'll use. The cuts that Twitch, takes from Cheerbits and subscriptions and stuff like that. I've always felt like it was way too high. I probably shouldn't say this, This is not Rob Twohy's opinion. I know he's an affiliate, so I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
You're not an affiliate?
I am an affiliate, but I'm not speaking on my channel, so I just want to make that clear, if any Twitch mods watch your videos or anything like that. This is my opinion, not Rob Twohy's, but anyways, I'll just stop now because I've already taken it too far.
And then I'm gonna hide the names. Can I hide the names? Well, I guess I have to hide the columns.
I'm gonna get a license plate that says Prime on it.
So
we can all be optimists.
Hide columns. Okay, I'm gonna show this because Robin, you're part of this. I'm not gonna show the names, but here's Here's the amounts that people on Team Twohy have made. So 5 figures, 5 figures, 5 figures. Still pretty good, still pretty good, still pretty good. But even, I mean, even if it's not that much at all, because some of these people are, they're newer and they have, but, average per month. So people on Team Twohy that are working with me are making 500, 400, 300, 200, per month. So it's not just me making the money. I'm helping, like 20 people. So I've always been very proud of that too. And Robin's one of those people. And
yeah, I'm on there somewhere.
Drake's going to be
I'm the
one
only
of those
one that
people
doesn't
because we're
make.
going to do.
I'm the
secret
only one
map
that doesn't
projects.
make any money.
Huh?
I
did
said
you
I'm
say?
the only one that doesn't make any money.
No, but it's coming because we're going to do the secret map project, secret maps.
I invent a lot of stuff
I
though.
love secret projects, you guys. I always have secret projects in the wings.
Yeah, Robin's
Waiting on
got
the
secret
wings.
projects too.
All the
Some with
time,
me, some with not.
24/7.
The problem is to get your projects completed before something changes
Yes.
and they just
Or
build it
before
into the
someone,
project.
no names, out there in the community does it before you do it.
Yeah.
Or
That too.
or worse, they wait till you're done and then they somehow magically did it 2 years after you did
Also,
it.
yeah.
No names, screen press.
I actually like making maps, so
Yeah, Drake and I
I'm
got
a-
secret map project coming up, everybody. It's coming up.
That's dope.
Here, I can even prove it.
I like making maps too, but not those kind of maps that you guys make.
Look, I even have a folder, Drake.rob projects. So it's true. I'm not going to show it to you. It's secret. But I have it. And
it's so secret we haven't even finalized it yet.
Well, but here. Oh, wait. Maybe I can show this much. Jungle Path, Jungle. No, we can't show that. Okay, never mind. We got some maps. We got some projects.
That's just the generic stuff.
Mhm.
The secret stuff's not in there yet because we haven't started on it.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna do a thing that goes with another thing, but we can't say what the things are because then you'll know, and then everybody will melt down.
It's the whole thing. You got to have one thing to get the other thing.
It's a whole thing. By the way,
It's like a pyramid.
People want to know what the chatty looks like. This is what the chat looks like on my screen.
And you
It's
got
on
your
my-
chatty all color coded and crap. I don't have all
I don't know.
that
That's
stuff.
automatic. I don't know what happens.
It pulls the
No,
colors.
you can set that up. Mine's just kind of.
Yeah, no, of them. They're invisible. Is that thing related to that other thing that's being done? Yes, it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Have we been going for an hour and 15 minutes? Get the fuck out of here.
It's because I showed up.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it
But
is,
you make the
absolutely.
time go by so fast.
We
Robin.
get chatty. I'm a little chatty.
Well,
Yeah.
We can get 3 conversations going too.
It's
so.
true. It's true. And I was like having a whole conversation with chat, like while you guys were talking about other stuff too. It's awesome.
Holy testicle Tuesday.
Oh,
60
McClancy, 60 months. It does say in a row. That's fucking 5 years, you guys. That's
Wild.
How can
amazing.
anyone put up with you for 5 years in a row?
Because
Who
Mark
knows?
is the best. Let's rank the list and see who's the best person. It's McClancy. He's the best. He's even better than me. Why is my name
Wait,
even
why
on there? I
is
don't
that even
understand that.
possible?
I can't
Maybe
even
back
subscribe.
then-
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
it
understand.
took you 4
The
months to
pre-censor.
realize that you could follow your own channel.
No, but this isn't following. This is subscription, like sub.
I mean, you could sub to your own channel.
Because look,
Yeah.
Winak is on
Well,
here.
'cause Twitch does it automatically now, but I think back then they didn't. Like you were not given like that free subscription to your channel, basically. Like counted as a subscriber.
Yeah, I don't know. And it says I did it in June of 17. but McClancy was today. Mine was 5 years ago. Like what? That doesn't even fucking make any sense. Oh wait, let's see if we can do the can we do it by date here? Let's see. Yeah, okay, so going backwards, it's McClancy, the Garvster, both today. Yesterday was Gorvidal Bald Ruminant. Oh, I don't know that person. I hope is Bald Ruminant here right now. I like Bald Ruminant. I don't know who that is. Marbania, Drake Takes, all yesterday. They usually re-up on the Saturday game when we're playing. On DM, 10th of August, Fat Old Lion, Fozzie Bear, thanks guys. Gwydion did it on 23rd of July. Caesar, Delrin, Gwyd, Winak did it on 17th. Notham did it on 3rd. PR Wild. Diablo Bob did it on 26th of June. DM David Keith. That always makes me laugh because of the actor David Keith.
I feel like
Maka
a
and
douche.
Gorgio. Now wait a minute.
I'm not subscribed, but that's because I'm a broke ass bitch. But you know,
You got to feed your kids. You can't feed Rob.
No, you can't be feeding me.
I give you some Cheetos. once in a while.
What is the deal, Robin? Yeah, if I go there ever, she's gonna cook for me. But if she comes here, I'm gonna take her to the steakhouse.
I'm going to the
Nice.
steakhouse too when I come.
Yeah, Drake also has that offer.
yes, I will 100% cook dinner for anyone who comes to visit me.
I already cooked dinner for Rob, so I already got that out of the way.
Yeah, Drake already cooked in when we did Orlando and Ogres. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we did, we went to the
Alpha Party.
The Alpha Party
Alpha.
in July of 18. It's unbelievable. That was 4 years ago. That can't be right. Was it 19?
Was it
was-
20? I don't know.
It was 18. It was 19, wasn't it? Whatever.
Yeah.
It was 3 or 4 years ago. And then we all stayed in an Airbnb, and it was me, Drake, Marbanya. What's Chuck's name? Chuck's
Chuck?
Baboonsky.
Oh,
Baboonsky.
Oh,
Baboonsky.
baboonsky.
And then Zacchaeus he dropped by, and that was hilarious.
That
He
was so fun.
He was wearing his
playing
kilt.
with him.
Yeah.
Zach
we
is
set
the one
up-
that's Australian.
No.
No,
Who's the
Scottish.
Australian guy?
Scottish.
Oh, he's
Scottish.
Scottish.
Whatever, they're the same. And
Listen,
Yeah.
okay,
Have a
I'm not that
Brumby
smart.
accent.
so now we
He
should be
played a
able to go
dwarf.
to. Now
You
wait a
should've
minute,
seen our
doesn't it have these
our
ones from
sketchy-
today in here? What the fuck?
You got to refresh it.
Oh yeah. Friday. Okay, hold on. Oh my god.
Why
this
did I
is-
think he was Australian? What's wrong with me?
Okay. Look at everybody from today. Notham, Celestian, Fat Old Lion, McClancy, and that's all everybody from today. Thanks everybody. Diablo Bob always does one bit. I crack up every time because it's a penny. It's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't
And
even
Drake
get a
does-
Can you
little
but-
alert.
Half a
It
penny
doesn't-
from Twitch.
It doesn't make a sound. It doesn't. You don't hear my voice going chivits in the stream. That doesn't happen unless you do at least 100. So if you're giving me a penny, that always makes me laugh. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna
You
be serious for a
love
second
Chivit.
right now. Every penny counts. Okay, every penny counts.
It does.
Even though Twitch gets whatever 40%
Half
of
that
that penny.
penny. Yeah.
Vane,
Yeah,
when I stream, the main reason I use Chatty is so I can see who's all in chat. That's the main reason.
I've never
Yeah.
heard
Because
of
it
this
gives you
chatty
the-
thing, you guys, and I've
Chatty.
been
Gives
you a
streaming.
nice
Get
list
it?
of
It's pretty
everybody.
good.
long
Chatty,
time.
you'll love it. It's a separate.
It's
It's
so
just so that you don't have to have the stream open. Hey, by the way, no. I get all the bits. So if you cheer 100 bits, I get $1. If you cheer 1 bit, I get the full penny. Where the money is made is when people buy the bits, they pay a premium on top of it. Like I was gonna cheer 1,000 bits in Robin's channel last night, but I only had
You did.
750. So I spent 20 minutes trying to tell PayPal doesn't work. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? I got like $500 in PayPal. Give it to me. And so then I had to switch to my Amazon credit card or whatever. But then they get you, they sales you because the more bits you buy, the better the rate is. So I bought like whatever, 5,000 or 10,000, whatever the fuck it was. And instead of paying $100, you pay $126. So the person who purchases the bits is paying Amazon the premium, but then when they cheer bits to you, you get the full amount. And that's how that works.
And I always buy the big amount every time. Just
Yeah, I was yeah. I try to cheer people on my
Oh
friends.
my
channels.
god.
Okay, what else? What else is
I was
everybody
just
wanna know?
thinking. Okay, so I don't know if you remember, but a long, long time ago, before Twitch was a thing, it was called Justin TV, right?
Yes. I didn't
So,
use
like-
it then, but I remember.
That's what it used to be called. So like that during that merger, like when Justin TV took their gaming section off of Justin TV and moved it to Twitch TV, that's when I started like streaming on Twitch. And like technically I guess you could say a couple months like before that, because like so something a lot of people don't know about me, but a long time ago I got my start streaming playing competitive games.
Right.
And like we used to play like MMOs, and we played MOBAs and first person shooters. Like that was my shit way back in the day. And it's so like crazy to me to like see how much like Twitch has changed, because originally Twitch just started and it was supposed to be just gaming. Like that's all it was going to be. But now Twitch actually resembles the like what Justin TV used to be in the first place, because now we have like, you know, there's talk shows obviously like what we're doing right now, and there's, you know, just chatting and like all these other
Music.
categories and stuff like that, which like people who make music, people who do art. And like it's so funny to me because Justin TV was like, we're gonna move the gaming people off Justin TV so that we can like focus on all these other things, like all these creative pursuits. And now like it's just Twitch is the same as it used to be a long long time ago. Basically, it's crazy, wild.
Crazy.
Rob's
Crazy.
gone down the rabbit hole of frickin' deep bot.
Yeah,
It's a
Oh my
because
God.
deep hole you can get into.
McClancy has cheered I think he's number one. I think I want to say I still have that thing on my stream where it shows you the like who the number one people are or whatever. I don't know if I have it.
Stream
Don't I-
elements?
Don't I have the yeah, like this thing doesn't it show like cheers? Oh yeah, Lady Shell. Okay, fine. McClancy's number 2, all time bits, and Drake is number 3.
What?
Yeah, look at you.
And I've only been around the neighborhood for 4 years.
And I think
or
I
something.
fixed this. Oh wait, I fixed this. Hold on, wait, don't nobody do the sound thing yet. Let me see if I gotta add it in. Hold on. Browser. Twitch sounds, add. Okay, now if anybody does the sounds, it'll work. Because I had not added it in a couple things. So you know you can do these sounds like. Can I do these? What are they? Can I play it?
If you got bits.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Played surprise, motherfucker, for 0 bits.
Oh, there's a
I didn't
timeout? There's a 15-second timeout? What kind of bullshit? I didn't know about that. Is that the only ones I have on there? Oh, this is the one I like.
Hello,
I didn't hear any
motherfucker.
sound. Oh, I don't have the stream on. That's why. Durr.
I need to put the ones like Robin's voice. I don't know if you can add your own. I don't know if you can do that.
Do what now? What about my voice?
No, you know. Oh, so I set up my. So now on my stream deck I have.
Fuck yeah. Fuck you.
Can you guys hear these?
And,
The stream can hear them. I don't know if
got-
you guys can hear them because they're coming through the microphone.
Motherfuck me.
Oh, that, yeah.
Those are all
I
Robin.
wish that soundbite would just die in a fire. Like
No, that's one of my. That's my favorite thing. I want. This isn't true, but it could be true. That I get up in the middle of the night and come play those to myself.
And you know the worst part too is like it is something I say all the time. So even if you like I forced you to delete it, you could quite easily get another
Yeah.
copy of it.
And then here's this one's called Kevin.
Fuck you and fuck this game and fuck all you and I'm fucking out of here.
So I have, how many do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I have 13 sounds on my stream deck that I added yesterday that I can just what sucks is when Diablo Bob does it during our games, his play through Discord, because he uses that sound meter thing or whatever the fuck that's called, so we can all hear him. And when I do it, only the stream hears him. Unless you hear it through my mic, you don't hear it, you know. So yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, what else, everybody? Is that it? Is that who has more
Are we
questions?
talking about Fantasy Grounds? I think so.
Here's the stream, and the stream, and the stream, inside the stream, inside the stream.
Inception.
And
Well,
the
let's look
stream.
at your merchandise, Rob. Let's see
That's
what
called.
you. I need to
You
go.
want to see the merchandise? Okay. Yeah, I just tried
Easy
to ask
fire, Rob.
them. I just tried to
You
ask
guys
them
need to buy
about this
My merchandise. Okay,
because
thanks.
you can get a
I'm kidding. I'm
Samsung
kidding. Buy Rob's
case.
merch.
You can get a Samsung. Now wait a minute. You can get a Galaxy Note 10 or an S10. I don't have a Samsung. I'm assuming those are like a couple years old. And then I just emailed them today because I'm like, iPhone case 8, 7, 8, 8 Plus, 10, or 11. Where the fuck is 12 and 13? They don't have. I don't understand. Stupid. But it's not my choice.
Because all your people are old like me and they only have a 10.
So
Yeah,
everyone just calm the fuck down, bitches.
I'll keep my phone until it literally does not work anymore.
That's what my prom date said. Fuck Kevin. And then my logo. And then this is that's just a little sticker, I think. Here's the mouse pad and then the hoodie and the shirt. So I own the shirt. Sven owns a shirt. I know I can tell if you sign in with your name, I can tell who bought it, but I think Marbania has a shirt. Drake, maybe you have something, a mug or a shirt.
Give me a hoodie. I'm going to buy a hoodie.
Right?
I have a mug somewhere.
A hoodie.
I need to put this shit on my merch store. All I have are mugs and a shirt.
Yeah, I don't even know what else you can do.
You can do a lot of shit.
I think I did everything I could.
My stuff's through Streamlabs, and they had a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah. I think mine's through Stream Elements.
Oh, something's wrong with the sound? Is something's happening with the sound?
Store, I don't remember.
I don't know. Why you say that?
I don't know. Somebody said they're getting native sound. I don't know what that means. I turned my voice down a little bit just there. Let me turn it back up. Native sound. I don't know what that means. Street cam. That's get a mug that says street cam. Street cam. It's creeping me out. It doesn't. It's still light out.
I use the same as Rob. What'd you say you used, Drake, for yours?
For what? Oh,
your merch.
Streamlabs. I used to stream my stream through Streamlabs.
Yeah, Streamlabs is.
And then I got smart and went to OBS, but it was a whole thing. It took a while to switch over to. I had to redo all my.
I can't show you the whole map for legal reasons.
Robin has a lot of bays. There's a lot of bays. Well, 2.
Yes, that you can see on that portion. Yeah. That's just a little. It's obviously not even done. There's like no. It's just. Yeah, it's just like biome coloring.
I just want to go drive there. I already want to go drive around everywhere.
I want to get a little cabin right there inside of Dagger Bay, right on the beach.
Right?
Just put some solar panels up. Chill
out.
Are
we done
the
with
weather in there?
Did
like
everybody ask
California, similar. It's nice.
Bullet holes.
Bullet holes.
That's awesome. Love that.
All right, let's close it.
We did it.
We did it. Expo 74. Does everybody, I don't know why I just said that. Does everybody know what Expo 74 is?
It sounds familiar. I probably forgot what it was.
So I was 8, and it was the World's Fair.
I was 3.
This is here in Spokane. That's a picture from like the 1800s.
It's the mill.
This is the clock tower that's downtown in Riverfront Park, but it all used to be a train yard. And
isn't that by the steakhouse?
Yeah, there's a steakhouse there, and they tore it all down, and then they built this. And in 1974, this was the World's Fair, and the clock tower is the only thing they kept from the train yard. And each of these butterflies were gates to get in, like there's gold, red, lilac, whatever. And then this is the pavilion, and this roof of this pavilion kept blowing off like every month.
That's crazy.
Rebuild it, and then after like 10 years, they said fuck it and just left it off. There was a stamp. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Oh yeah. I was 8 years old, and I still have my laminated pass that looks like a driver's license, and for whatever reason, I was wearing a San Francisco's 49ers sweatshirt in my picture. I've never been a 49ers fan. I don't know what the fuck I was wearing that for. But you know, when you're
not only was I not alive, my parents weren't even married yet.
You shut up.
My mom was in high school in 74.
Well, I was in high school in 84, so.
I think, yeah, my mom graduated in 76.
Wait, how did this all happen again? Expo 74. So, like, Seattle, the Space Needle was built in 68. And Seattle got the Space Needle, and then, we got this. We got this pavilion. But yeah, it was crazy. People literally came from all over the world to go to Spokane. And who did we meet? The big thing. So the big thing were these dog leashes that were made out of plastic, but not plastic, but like, oh, you know the Chinese finger thing. You put both your fingers in it, and then you can't get out of it.
Yeah, finger traps.
So that kind of material only sort of laminated and made to be hard, and they were dog leashes. Oh, I gotta find one of these. Yes. So these, right? And
they were huge at Disney for a long time.
And every fucking person had one of these, and you were walking your invisible dog. You can buy them now. Great gag. It's a great gag. What's up, 1940?
It's like the leash is stiff, right? And you just
it's stiff. So it looks like you have an invisible dog. And look here. This is what my experience was as an 8-year-old. Like every person doing this.
Oh my gosh.
And there was a bone there, and I never saw that. But so that was a big thing. And then anybody that knows TV history, the Dick Van Dyke Show, that's who I was named after. I was named after Rob Petrie. But Rosemarie used to be, she was baby Rosemarie in like the 40s or whatever, and then she was in she was on the Dick Van Dyke Show. And for those of you that don't know, this is her here. This is who Rosemarie is, and more probably this when she was older, right? But she was only about, so this was in 74, so she maybe looked more like this. And we're walking, my friend and my friend's mom and I are walking, and there she is, and she's got a fucking invisible dog, and we were like, what the fuck? And we stopped, and like, I was only 8, my friend was 10, but my friend's mom stopped, and they had a little chat. They talked for like 5 minutes, and it was kind of cool.
That's cool.
And so that was fun.
Did they talk about the dog's name, how she came up with it?
No, I have no idea what the conversation was, and she's dead now, so I can't ask her, but I bet if I asked my friend, he would know. I'm still, I've been friends with him for 50 years since I was 6.
A tropical oasis small animal harness, so you could take your rat for a walk.
Yeah, because but there's a real rat in that one.
Oh my god, why?
You know what I see an inordinate amount of. Carl Reiner, Maury Amsterdam. Yeah, that's right, Fat Balloon. You know the deal. You know how the show goes. We don't talk about fancy grounds anymore after a while. But what was I gonna say? Oh, damn it! What did you say, Drake? A rat? What else did you say?
A rat.
It was a rat on a leash. Rat for a walk. That happened to me yesterday.
What I was gonna say is I can't tell you the number of videos I see on Instagram Reels of people that own like lynx or fucking cougars or whatever the fuck. And
that's crazy.
The videos are they get the camera real close, and then the cat goes and you think that the person with the cell phone is about to be killed. Like, and I see those, and it's so people own like snakes and monkeys. It's just, get over yourselves. Who are you, fucking Mike Tyson? Get a tiger. I don't like it. All right, we did that. We did this.
So we all watched The Hangover, right? And there was a lion and
a tiger.
But no one ever explained to me where the chicken came from.
I don't know.
There was a chicken.
Celestian says Texas has more tigers than the entire world. That seems crazy.
Privately owned, not like in a zoo tiger. That's crazy. And here I am, maybe because I'm naive, but I thought it was illegal to have these types of animals as pets. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
it
even know you
is.
could still privately
Is there more
own
tigers
tigers.
in Texas than in the world? What does that say?
Cause like, did you guys ever watch
Second.
the Tiger King documentary? Like, I'm pretty
Yes.
sure haven't they like outlawed owning tigers like this? You have to be like an organization, like a zoo or whatever,
Right.
in America to own
Right.
them.
Uh-huh.
So it's
You
second.
just have to
It's
have the right license.
India
basically.
has more than
like
Texas. but
crazy
that's
to me. These are wild animals, and on top of that, tigers in particular are endangered species. Like it's just crazy that people can own them privately. Like why? Why is that even a thing?
I'm
Leave them
going to tell you
alone.
why. I've known this since I
Let
was
the
a little kid,
conservation
probably
people
9 or
have
10
them.
years old. I came to the realization that more than half of human beings are fucking stupid. More than
They're
50% of people are dumb.
I'm so basic. I'm like, just give me a regular
Celeste
ass
didn't even
house
agree.
cat and I'm fine. Like I'll take a house cat. I don't need a fucking tiger. It might eat you someday. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, they
I
are
don't even like
Texans, so
dogs.
everything's
Like
bigger in Texas, right?
we
So
have a dog,
you
but
got
like
a tabby cat? Oh, I've got
dogs
a
are
tiger
scary.
cat.
Does a tiger
No, a
make a
tiger
good pet?
doesn't make
No,
a
it
good cat.
No,
doesn't.
but I want to know what they're saying. Tigers
Anything
are
that
not suitable as pets at any age. Look at this.
if
Should you
your
keep it?
pet,
And then, like they could
if your
eat like a deer a day or something. I don't know.
if you're prey to your pet, it's not a good pet.
Wait, 35 states have. Why isn't that 50? Oh my god.
See, that's what
'Cause
I'm saying. How is that even a thing?
wait, because think about it. There's Florida, there's Texas.
Right, which
There's
is
no
where the
states.
Tiger King is
Yeah.
from,
This
Florida.
this whole
Yeah, you
what it
can have
says,
a
Fucking
gator
Florida. Florida,
what
get your
do
shit
tigers
together.
eat and drink? This whole paragraph should
whatever.
just be the word
It should say
you.
whatever they want.
Yeah, it should be. What do they eat? You is what they eat.
Yeah.
I can't believe that means there's 15 states. You said it was 35. There are 15 states you can legally own a tiger. Why? Why?
But see, I bet I can guess those states.
Oh my god! And they cost
Texas,
as much as
Arkansas,
like
Alabama,
okay,
Mississippi. I
to
bet
do
I can
that,
guess all 15
price
states.
is
Florida.
7,500. Do you know? Do you know how much some like purebred dogs cost and purebred cats? They cost almost the same. So
Yeah.
like you could instead of buying your Irish wolfhound, purebred Irish wolfhound, you can just go buy a fucking tiger. Like why not? That's crazy to me.
I live in Florida. It's not crazy to me. Everything's pretty normal. I mean, there's people that feed their gators tigers here. I don't know how it works.
It's
but
illegal in Florida now.
Wait a minute.
you
Wait a
could
minute. Wait a
feed-
minute. Holy shit! What is this? With a permit, Washington. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know anybody with a tiger here.
Exotic animals. That might be a parakeet or something.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well,
I
show me
don't
the tiger
see
ones.
the upside here of owning a tiger. I don't like. Sure, it's cool and all that, but whatever. But like,
Well,
it's
I
just
mean,
so dumb.
so the tiger has a bad paw, and you gotta take care of him. I mean, okay,
There
I
are
get that.
big cat rescue places for
Yeah, well,
that
those
purpose.
are some of those people that own tigers.
Right,
So,
but
I mean,
they don't keep them as pets, is what I'm saying. They keep them because
well,
it's a conservation effort or they're breeding programs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
this isn't
That's not the same
biased.
as some fucking rich jackass dude, Tiger King.
This
who
isn't
owns
biased at all.
them 'cause he
United
wants
States of America, red, and blue is dumb fuckistan. Yeah, that might be backwards.
Clancy, what's the FG angle on buying a tiger? Here's the difference. When you buy a tiger in Dungeons and Dragons on fantasy grounds, it's not real. Like
Yeah,
we can
it's
separate
imaginary,
fiction
right?
from reality. You know
That's
what I
so
mean?
funny.
I don't think
Oh
there is
my
a
God.
tiger in the player's handbook. I think you get an
There's a
elephant though.
panther.
Your gift has been
I
accepted.
think most
What do you
people
mean?
just
This
use
is
the
fucking
panther
like,
stat
oh
block.
my God, I gave that to him like 2 weeks ago. That's funny.
I'm
Oh,
learning
it's
so
my
much about
turn.
fantasy grounds right now.
Fantasy grounds.
It's not real. No, you guys, playing Dungeons and Dragons is not real. Sorry to be that guy.
You're
What
that
you
guy.
talking
I
about?
really
Liz?
struggled saying that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
chimps.
monkeys. Monkeys
Like,
are dangerous.
I'm gonna tell you.
Oh hell yeah.
I had a real problem watching Friends when Ross had a chimp. It made me so uneasy. You know the show Friends?
Yeah.
Robin, this is a show that was back in the back.
You know what? Okay, I lived in the
There was
90s.
these
For the
people that had
record,
apartment.
when Friends was very popular. I know what Friends is.
Okay.
I've maybe seen like 3 episodes of it though.
Oh, God.
It's just not my thing. I'm not into that kind of stuff. So, like, if I'm gonna watch TV, there needs to be like swords, dragons, wizards, that kind of stuff. I'll watch TV shows that include that kind of
So
thing.
you're gonna watch the Game of Thrones thing coming up?
Yes, I am.
And are you gonna
I
watch
love
the
Game
Lord of the
Thrones,
Rings thing?
except season 8 because they ruined it. Sorry, what?
Are you gonna watch the Lord of the Rings thing?
Yes, I'm very excited for that one. Even though, this show will go on for another hour if I talk about the Lord of the Rings TV show.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you one thing. This is gonna you might not like this. So I've seen Lord of the Rings movies once. I've seen
Oh my God,
the Hobbit movies once. I've seen them all once. I saw the commercial for the Lord of the Rings TV show on Amazon Prime. Not interested. Didn't have even one thing that I went, oh, that might be fun to watch. Didn't even grab me at all. Now, Game of Thrones, yeah, I'm going to watch that.
Well, I mean, Game of Thrones is understandable. Most people like it. Like, if you're a man, because, boobs and violence and all that. And if you're a woman, like, we like all the politics, people backstabbing each other,
That's
whatever.
What I like. I wanted little
I know I'm generalizing, and I apologize if I offend anybody for saying this. This is just my opinion. But, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Game of Thrones was awesome, but they ruined the last season. So, it's unfortunate that happened. The Witcher was pretty good. I didn't like the second season as much as the first season, but it's great. I've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, the original trilogy, the first one, probably at least easily 100 times. I've seen the Hobbit trilogy, probably close to that. Like, I love those movies. The problem I have with the Lord of the Rings prequel show that they're about to do, which Zashan kind of beat me to the punch there, but it's like a licensing thing, right? So like they can only use certain material, and they can't even use the Silmarillion, which is the age prior to the age that they'll be showing on the TV show.
And
so it's going to be weird because they can't mention stuff from like the first age of Middle Earth. So they're setting the show in the second age. I don't know. I have issues going into it, but I'm going to watch it anyways because I fucking love Middle Earth everything. So like I'm excited for it. I'm wary going into it. You know what I mean? Like I'm curbing my expectations, and I'm hoping that it will be good because I love Galadriel. Like I think she's a great character, and I'm excited that they're going to be like showcasing her and her story. But they do have to change a lot of like canon essentially to tell this story. So I'm going into it wary, but I'm excited anyways because we don't get enough fantasy TV. Like I think we need more of it. So I'm happy for it in that
Silmarillion a story, or was that like a dictionary?
It's not a dictionary, and not like.
But I mean,
like,
it's like a
story, yes, but it's like a compilation they did of a lot of like Tolkien's collected things. Yeah, like I don't know how to.
So it is stories. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you when R.A. Salvador was on Fantasy Grounds Friday?
I know. I don't know if you guys remember when I was saying this last time you guys brought it up, but I was super unhappy that I missed that because I love Salvatore. You guys, I'm a big book nerd. I read a lot of fucking books, like all the time. Follow me on Goodreads, you'll see.
I don't read per se.
So like I was so unhappy I didn't even know Salvatore was going to be on the.
Well, but that's you can go watch it. It'll be on.
I know. Yeah, I'm going to watch the VOD. So. But yeah, I love the Dritz novels. I've read like every single one except the very last one I haven't read, but I'll get to it eventually. I just don't own it. So
he's done
yeah,
so much other stuff too. It's amazing how much stuff he's done.
Matakuri is going to be an upcoming guest on the Friday show.
Yep. This Friday.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'll have to watch
that. Is it
that
this Friday?
Well.
I didn't know that. I told them to remind me a day before so I could put it in the chat.
Man, I love Salvatore. I can't believe I fucking missed that. Like live. I'm still beating myself up about it. That would have been.
I mean, you could ask questions.
Yeah, I know.
That but he wasn't paying attention to chat really or anything.
Yeah.
So
He's
the
a writer,
VOD
not a
is
reader. Come on.
yeah, the VOD
But I
you'll
want to
pretty
be a
much
writer
get the
someday.
thing.
So
If you rewatch it, you pretty much get the whole thing anyways, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool that live, but I think Doug and Doug and Bryce were so like nervous at first because it's R.A. Salvador, right? And Doug is a huge R.A. Salvador fan. He almost named one
Doug
of his
was on the
kids.
stream too. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I probably would have been so excited if I was in
He
there
was on
getting to talk to
D&D
him.
podcast too. I just find it more remarkable that he's on Fantasy Grounds Fridays. That's just.
I know, right? Like what a because
Right,
it's already
and he
a
looked
niche
like he was
for
having a
me.
good time.
Yeah.
Now, who is Ari Salvador? I'm just kidding. I'm not that much of an idiot.
Stop. He wrote
I know he writes the
novels.
Dritz and all that stuff.
Yeah.
His name is Bob.
And Legacy of the Crystal Shard and all that.
Yeah, he goes by Bob.
Yeah, he goes by Bob. Just like Robert De Niro goes by Bob.
I can't call Robert De Niro Bob, though. I couldn't do it. Hey,
yeah,
Bob.
and William Shatner is Bill. You know, he's 91 fucking years old.
His hair still looks.
Is that
80.
Weber or Weber? Greenwood, I know how to say that. Do you say Weber or do you say Weber? Robin, do you know?
I would say Weber, but I don't know.
That Edward Greenwood's been on Lord Gazumba's channel a couple times lately, playing D&D.
I did not.
Remotely.
Weber, okay, he spells it wrong. What did you say, Lord Gazunga?
Elminster's daughter. Really?
I love Elminster's daughter. It's like one of my favorite Forgotten Realms novels. I have read. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's like 160 something Forgotten Realms novels.
I know, that's why they're just overwhelming to me.
It is overwhelming.
I read like 25.
One of these days, maybe on my stream, because I've been thinking about doing this for a while, but maybe on my stream, I have a spreadsheet that I use that I keep track of all the books I'm reading and like series and like, you know, when the next one's coming out. Because some authors I follow, like their series aren't complete yet or whatever. So I have a spreadsheet that has all the Forgotten Realms novels. I've read like 80% of them. The great thing about Forgotten Realms novels, and by extension, like Dragonlance, which I started thanks to Rob, because Rob sent me the first Dragonlance book, and other franchise novels, you know, like there's Star Wars novels and Warhammer 40K and like all that kind of stuff. The great thing about those novels is that they're very short. Like as far as fantasy novels go, because fantasy novels are really famous for being like excessively long. I find that like franchise brand type novels, they're really short, like 300 pages. You can read them in like 2 days. And I'm saying that even if you don't read the way I read, like I read all the fucking time. I'm saying like the average person could probably knock them out in like 2 or 3 days. I can pick up a novel, 300-page novel, and just finish it in a day. You know what I mean? Like, so I think if you were wanting to read like Forgotten Realms or like Dungeons and Dragons adjacent stuff, they're pretty easy to get into. Yes, there's a lot of them, but most of them are like trilogies or quadrologies or whatever, quintets. They're like self-contained. So you could pick up like one trilogy from it. You don't have to read like them all 160 novels in publication
the other
order. You know what I mean?
thing people get mixed up in is they want to do it linear.
Yeah,
or
that's
in
what I'm saying. You
order or
don't have to
something.
do that at
But
all.
no, they're totally, especially Ari Salvador stuff.
Yes,
It's like
yeah.
all over the place. So you just grab something and
You don't even have to read like the first Dritz novel ever to read the Dritz novels because they're broken up into like several different
I
trilogies.
mean, he
so you just
came
read the
out with
first one of any
like
of
the
those
Crystal
trilogies.
Shard first,
Exactly.
and
then like
Homeland is
Exile,
before
Homeland,
that.
Sojourn. Yeah, exactly. So
It's
like
before that, but yeah.
for sure, yes, you're on the same page. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you could pick up any of those, you know, trilogies or quintets or whatever, and just start at the beginning of that set basically, and read it and like get total enjoyment out of it. Same with like Greenwood's Elminster novels. There's several different like trilogies or whatever that you could read, and like have a good time. And they're really good. There's other good, like Richard Knack is a great author also, who wrote some Forgotten Realms novels, and he also did like Warcraft. If you like World of Warcraft, he did Warcraft novels. They're so good, man, so good. I could talk about books all the fucking time.
I got 2
Sign me
books
up.
right here in front of me. I got Tom Clancy's Full Force and Effect that I'm like chapter 1.
Oh, nice.
And Hand of
Mine-
Fire, the Chandrils Saga Book 3 by Ed Greenwood.
Oh yeah, I love Ed Greenwood. Great. He's awesome.
Robin, did you read
I
all
like Brandon
the
Sanderson.
Dragonlance ones yet?
No, I've only read the first like 2, and I was gonna start the third one, but a friend of mine wanted me to read another series, so I put a pause on that one, and I read this other book series, one of Brandon Sanderson's book series. Which, if you're familiar with Wheel of Time, the Wheel of Time, Robert Jordan, Brandon Sanderson is the author who finished the Wheel of Time after Jordan passed away. So I was reading Sanderson's work, which is his universe is called Cosmere, but I was reading Stormlight Archives by him, which is fantastic. So if you like books and you want to read something, I recommend Brandon Sanderson. Great. But now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go back and finish Dragonlance.
So in 1987, that's when these books came out. I read these 3 books here, and I was in the army, I had a lot of downtime. So, and I'm a slow reader, I guess I would say. I'm going to burn through 300 pages in a day. That's insane. So I read these 3 books. Then years later, I bought this, which is the one book of it, just a thicker, bigger version of it. Did not read that, have not reread them, and have not read a fantasy novel since 1987. Just not a reader. And I really enjoyed them. But I read them as we were playing the actual D&D game. And so I really had a good time. I read a lot of nonfiction, like Don Rickles' biography, that kind of shit.
Yeah, my husband reads a lot of nonfiction.
Yeah, but I can't do fiction. I just can't do it.
I can't do nonfiction. Like
I've read like 5. I've read like these 3 books.
It needs to take me away.
Yeah, I've read these 3 books. And then like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That's like, I'm serious. In my entire life, I've read 5 fiction books. Oh, that's not true. I read the Star Wars novels, but so 8. But here's the thing. I don't like it. I don't like reading. I like the movie. And
what about audio books? I listen to them
so but I have an Audible subscription. But like everything I have on Audible is, like Bob Odenkirk, Jerry Seinfeld. Like it's not like crafted stories by someone who does world building and then shows you a thing. I'm not one of these people who, there's 2 types of people in the world. People who go, the book is better than the movie, like R. Hammer. But I'm not. I'm like, if there's a movie, I want to see it. If there's no movie, I don't. The book doesn't exist. I don't want it.
Certain movies or books that I won't read because I've seen the movie and I don't want to ruin the movie.
So that was 1987. So in 1989,
I don't want to read the book because the movie was good.
In 1989, this is Hunt for Red October movie came out in 1990. So this is before that. I went to the bookstore, and I knew I was interested in Tom Clancy's stories, even though he hadn't had any movies out yet. So I bought Red Storm Rising and Hunt for Red October. I bought those paperbacks, and I put them in my bathroom. And every time I sat down to, drop a deuce, as they say.
You read a chapter?
I would read like 4 pages. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I had to start over a couple times. And then that's when I decided, I sort of avoided reading, but that's when I decided, I was 23 years old when I decided reading fiction is just absolutely not for me. I want to know this story so bad. I can taste it, and I'm not willing to read the book. Then the movie came out, and that's one of my favorite movies of all time, Hunt for Red October. It's one of my top 5 movies ever. And
See, that's one I haven't read the book, and I probably won't because the movie was so good, right?
yeah,
And I
Yeah.
saw the movie before I read the book, so I'll probably not read the book. Because
the
I'm
other thing
sure
is
the book
time.
is
Like Robin, I don't understand
way
how you have
different.
3 kids and you're burning through 3 books a week. I don't know.
Oh, so like, okay, so here's what I do. Because it's like a whole thing for me. I always read right before I go to bed. And oftentimes I'm talking like a 2 or 3 or 4 hour like block of time is
Right.
what I'll do reading. And then as I've explained to you before, my husband and I, we like trade off like having nights off from like putting our kids to bed and making dinner and all that. So like when it's my night off, if I'm not playing D&D or doing a show with you or whatever, I'm fucking reading. Like, I mean, sometimes I play video games with my friends, but like my like little group of friends that I play D&D with, we've known each other for like years and years and years. We played MMOs together, as I've said before. Like lately we kind of have tapered off of like the MMOs that we play, so I have way more free time because if you've ever played an MMO, that shit will eat your life up. But like we don't play Final Fantasy 14 anymore, we don't play World of Warcraft anymore, so because I guess I'm not raiding and I'm not, I'm not competitive gaming anymore. I just read. Like it has replaced gaming for as my main hobby, so to speak. Aside from like Dungeons and Dragons, but yeah. So like when it's my night off from kid duty and all that, because like I have a partner, who helps out. It's not like
Yeah.
he's some deadbeat dad, or whatever. So like we give each other breaks, and then I just use my time off to read. Maybe I'm a speed reader. I don't think so. I just
I
read a
was actually going
lot.
to ask you that because burning through a 300-page book in 2 days, I mean, unless you're reading 6 hours a day, that seems like crazy.
Yeah,
No,
that seems like a
I don't.
lot.
I don't think it seems like a lot at
But
all.
if you're
And
reading,
like,
if you're reading like 100 books a year, then you're just going to automatically get faster and faster.
I say I read on average a book a week, but that's really dependent because like one day I could read, like 1 week, whatever, I could pick up a book that's like 300 pages and be done in a few days or a day. It just depends if it was like my day off or whatever. But then when I read, like, for example, I was talking about Sanderson earlier, his books are like 1,200 pages long. They're massive. They're like, people call them door stoppers because they're just so big, right? Like I read the last Stormlight Archive book I read, 1,200 something pages. It took me well over a week. It took me like 9 days to finish. So you see what I'm saying? Like it just depends. Some books are different sizes too. Like mass market paperbacks are super tiny. So like the word count per page is less. Whereas if you get like trade paperbacks, which are, 6 inches by 9 inches, I know a lot about books, you guys. I'm sorry. But so like if you get the trade paperback size, there's more words per page, so it will take you longer.
Yeah.
Effective. You get what I'm saying? Like but yeah, on my spreadsheet I like put how many pages I read per day for each book as I'm reading them. And well, it like calculates it for me. And my like
So I'm all
average
about
is
that
like
spreadsheet part of it. I'm into that.
98 pages a day. Like that's what I read on average.
I'm the high hopes that I'm gonna read and I don't. I'm like, here's a book, and I start reading it. Or
Like I might get a new toaster and open the manual and start reading like what you have to read, like the maintenance of it. I'm out. Like I can't. It's a fucking toaster. I don't need to read. Yeah. Like I can't even be bothered to read an instruction manual.
No, I guess I just read a lot. I don't know. I like average about 40 books a year. So
yeah,
and that's indicative of somebody who's very creative in their own endeavors about writing and
right. Yeah, and for me, that's what it is. It's just a passion. Like 'cause I want to be a writer. Like I like making my own worlds, like that kind of stuff. That's what I'm more into. I like that kind of stuff.
It's funny. So, I've been given throughout my life. I've been given compliments on my writing style, but I don't. Because I'm not really that well read, and I don't think I'm super smart. I mean, I've got some kind of vocabulary, but the reason people liked my writing was I write exactly the same way as I speak.
Like an asshole? I mean, I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't think I'm more intelligent than the next person.
But I don't use the conventions of what you're taught to write, like in college or whatever. I don't use all that crap. and I don't, the split infinitive and a dangling parts, and then ending a preposition with a sentence. I don't. It's the reverse of that. I don't do
And
it.
I completely try to adhere to all those breaking rules things the best
Yeah.
I can.
You try to break
If it's
rules.
wrong and yeah, purposely.
Reading a lot does not make you a good writer. I tried it. It sucks.
It's so funny, like, because I on like the writing subreddit or the fantasy writing subreddit, like that's anytime somebody asks like, "Oh, how can I become a better writer?" People are like, "Read more." In some ways, it does make you a better writer, though, but that's only if you put in the effort, right? When you're reading, you have to think about why did the author write this scene? Like, what purpose does this scene serve for the character, for the plot, for the world building, whatever, right? So when you're reading, if you want to be a better writer, you have to read the writing that you're reading that way. You have to disassemble
See,
the
I don't. That's
information.
why I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to control myself. Like That's why I couldn't be a good writer. Like I could never be a good film director because every single time I've ever watched like an extra scene on a DVD from a movie or cut out scenes, and they say, "Oh well, we took this out because it didn't serve the story." I was fucking pissed. I'm like, I want to see that.
Yeah.
But you can't. You got to cut. The movie's gonna be
You
4
have to
hours if you can't
separate.
cut shit out.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you have to learn, like especially with writing, when you're reading books, you have to like really, really see like, well, why did the editors really? Because that's what it boils down to. Why did the editors decide that like this is the stuff that the writer could keep in the book? Everything serves a purpose. Every word, every page, every chapter, it serves a purpose, and like you have to learn how to like disseminate that information basically in order to improve yourself as a writer by reading other people's work.
Yeah. And there ends the lesson today, class. Everybody.
We really devolved.
So
I'm sorry.
Reading is
you gotta
what you're saying.
talk about shit I'm passionate about because I'll just talk for hours and hours and hours.
I've never
about
even read the player's handbook. I'm just winging it. Just winging it.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. I think I ran out of steam, you guys.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I haven't been feeling that well, and
something.
doing this new protocol with my legs and
those green beans are screaming your name.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cook the green beans, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna take a pat of butter and put it on top, and then I'm gonna put Mrs. Dash and pepper, and I'm gonna eat them like that. Here endeth the lesson. Yeah, Garster. All right. Well, listen. Those of you that hung out to the end, thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for doing
for
that.
listening to me ramble.
It's always
I'm sorry,
it's always fun to do a 20-minute show
sorry.
and then 2 hours of bullshit. It's fun.
It's my fault.
No, it's nobody's fault. There's no fault. It's what we like.
It's perfect.
Come and join us on all these shows you see here on the screen. Not this Friday though, but next Friday, and not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, but this Saturday and this Sunday. It's always.
That is correct.
It's always.
I tried to kill him with the crabs. The
big crab almost got me. Pulled me out of the water.
If you missed the Wednesday show this week, you should watch it because we did I'm just going to talk about this 1 minute, Rob. I promise.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
We played a mission in Gloomhaven this past Wednesday, and we failed.
Oh my god!
Horribly, and then I don't remember who it was. It was Fury. She was like, "Let's just do a different one," and me and Rob were both like, "No, we're gonna do this mission
because we get fucking pissed off and obsessed."
Yeah, it was great, and
so then we did
fucking succeeded.
So you
it was
can
awesome.
redo the same mission and try it differently.
Yeah,
we used a couple different strategies. So, but Robin, that's probably the hardest one we've ever done, huh?
Yeah, I think it was the hardest one we've ever done. So, like, if you are interested in Gloomhaven at all, the digital version, and you want to watch that would be the episode I would recommend you guys watch. We persevered.
So it's, on my YouTube channel, it's Gloomhaven episode 13. Just go find it. There's the link right there.
Yeah, Fat Online. It is hard to watch 5 other fat guys play D&D. It is hard. It is hard. We understand. That's why you can only watch blurbs and bits and pieces.
Hey, I've lost 10 pounds, so just wait a few months.
So you're going to zoom in more on the camera now? Is that how it works?
No, my face will just get thinner.
Yeah, you got to zoom in further so you can see.
I don't know.
Man, you're so
shrinking.
I have lost 20 pounds since Christmas.
Oh my God, awesome.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
me
like
too.
it doesn't show at all. Like nothing looks different. I don't think my face looks slimmer. My
No,
body
but
looks
ask somebody
slimmer.
who hasn't seen you since
Yeah,
20 pounds ago.
people say I really see it in your face. And I'm
Yeah, and I'm like,
really?
my cheeks are still chubby. I've still got
I
No,
adult
but
see it under my
somebody. So you're
arms,
looking
like
in yourself
flabby.
in the mirror every day, right, or whatever, and then you don't notice it. But then ask somebody who hasn't seen you since those 20 pounds, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, Robin."
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Or you run into somebody from high school and they go, "Holy shit, look how fat
That's
you
what
got."
I know, right? That's the
I'll
problem.
tell
I
you.
used to be so skinny.
Here's a funny story. So, in 2008, I got sick from my liver, right, and I was super distended, and what scared me was we went to see Batman, whatever the Christian Bale Batman one in 2008 was, whatever that one was, Batman Begins, whatever the fuck, and I went to the IMAX theater, and I go to sit down in the theater, and I squeeze into the seat. That's how big I was. And I was like, what? And that, like, I never even was close to that. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even notice. And then, before that, like a day or two before that, I was at the Melrose Improv, and it was wintertime, and I had a big parka, I had like a big jacket on, and every single person that I saw in the Melrose Improv that I hadn't seen for a month or two, every one of them, like 10 people, said, "Oh, Rob, you look great. Oh, you're losing some weight. Your face looks so thin." And I was like, I thought it was a bit. I thought they all got together to prank me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck are these people talking about? Well, what it was I did have a thin face because all the weight shifted into my midsection, and I was distended because my liver was failing. And so then my friend Amy Anderson, she's the mother of the little girl on what's that fucking show with I didn't ever watch it. Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
So she's the mother in real life of the little girl that played the little girl. She's probably like fucking 15 now, but anyway, she drove me. We carpooled to the movie, and then we came home, and she pulled up to my house, and she turned the key off, and I thought, oh, because we were just friends, right? And I thought, oh,
Hey.
she turned the engine off. What's this all about? And she turned her body toward me in the car, right? She like swung her legs over to the like where the gear shift is instead of under the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Rob, I have to say something to you serious." And I'm like, "Here it comes. This is it." And no, that wasn't it. And she goes,
Friend zoned.
"Yeah." She goes, "I want you to promise me that you'll go to the emergency room or the urgent care tomorrow or tonight." She says, "There's something definitely wrong with you. Tommy noticed it. I noticed it. You're sick, and there's something wrong with you."
Oh no.
And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Holy shit." So I promised her, and I did. And then I went the next morning to the urgent care, and I just went in there and said, "I don't know, but please, can you just give me the once over?" And they go, "Well, all right, sir, like whatever, fuck, what are you talking about?" And so they ran a bunch of tests, and they scared the living shit out of me. They came back into the room at some point, like about 30 minutes after they took my blood and everything. And they go, "Get in your car, drive to UCLA Medical Center. Do not stop. Do not go to the drive-thru. Do not get gas. Go right to UCLA and check yourself into the emergency room." And I'm like, and they go, and I go, "What is it?" And they go, "We don't know, but we know it's bad." And I'm like, fucking doctors.
Oh
So
my God, that's crazy.
I go to the emergency room at UCLA, and this is like 4 p.m. on a Friday. And what I'm about to say is
ruined
not
your
meant
whole weekend. Just ruined your whole weekend.
Well, yeah, it ruined my whole life. What I'm about to say is not meant to sound racist. It's just the facts. I went to the emergency room at UCLA Medical Center, and I was the only Caucasian in that room with about 45 or 48 Hispanic people. And I checked in at 4 They saw me at 11 p.m., so 7 hours.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And then they checked me over. They didn't know. They had like 7 doctors looking at me. They finally admitted me at 3 a.m. So this is 11 hours now total. And then they ran a bunch of tests. And the next day they came in and they said, well, you don't have AIDS. You don't have, you don't have this. You don't have, they didn't know what the fuck it was. And then finally they figured out that my liver was failing. And then, I had to get a liver transplant. And then that's the whole, so then that was in 2008. And I got my liver transplant in 2014. So I had to wait 6 years. But
that's wild.
The whole point of that story was, don't go see Batman if you're sick. No, I don't think that's the story. The point of the story
Your
was,
friend saved your life.
If you
yeah,
can't
Amy saved my life, and every couple
Yeah.
years I remind her about that.
That's amazing. Like, I wonder what looked off about you.
So that was the whole point about this is what started it was, you lose your weight in your face. So people were saying, because I'm about, I was typically about a 250-pound guy for most of my 30s and 40s, let's say. And so that's how people knew me. And so then I showed up, and people that hadn't seen me in a while, I had this big parka on, so you couldn't really tell how big I was. But my face was emaciated. My face looked like Skeletor. And so people just thought I weighed like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, are you fucking high? And, because I knew my weight on the scale. And that was so funny because I maxed out at 276. And if you think about that, 5'5.5 feet tall and 24 pounds shy of 300, that was crazy. And I'd never been that high before. Then when they diagnosed me with liver disease, they gave me, what's that called? Diuretics, right? And I went back.
Everything came out of your pee-pee.
Yeah, I peed like all day, every day. And I went back to the doctor, to the UCLA Medical Center 6 weeks later, and they weighed me, and the guy goes, there's a mistake here. You weigh 176 pounds, but they put 276. And I go, no. I go, that's not a mistake. And he goes, what do you mean? And I go, 6 weeks ago, I weighed 100 more pounds than I do today. And he goes, what are you talking about? He goes, that's not possible. And I go, yeah, it's possible. And so then I weighed 176, and then I was joking, because I'm a comedian, I can't help it. Even if I'm gonna fucking die, I'm still gonna make jokes. So I was telling people, I got this great diet. You can lose 100 pounds in 6 weeks. I don't really recommend it. You have to get liver disease. And then people would just go, whatever, you're crazy.
Or, like gastric bypass, I think would have a
So
side
that
effect.
doesn't
hard
always
on your
work.
body when you lose that much weight, no matter how you lose it.
It is really, really bad. Like, really
so
hard
then
on your body.
So then I went and got my liver transplant. When I came out of the hospital, I weighed 123 pounds, and then I doubled my
less than the mattress.
Yeah, right. And then I doubled my body weight in 4 years. And they kept telling me, like, when I was gaining weight, they kept telling me, you got to gain weight, you got to gain weight. And I'm like, this is something that no one has ever said to me in my entire life. Rob, you need to gain weight. Like, I've never heard that ever. And
I have.
Like, no. It's healthy. You got to put on weight. So then I kept on putting on weight, and I go, and then they just kept never bothering me about it. Like, all my whole life, it was like, Rob, you have to lose weight. And then they were like, you have to put on weight. You got to be healthy. You got to put on weight.
Yeah.
So
my first pregnancy was like that. I was very underweight as a youth. Like, when I had my first baby at 19, I've talked about this before. But when I was 19, before I got pregnant with him, I was like 110 pounds, like soaking wet. Like, I was so skinny. It was like scary skinny, because I'm 5'6", right? So I should have weighed like 130. That would be like a healthy weight for a 5'6" woman. Anyways, I was like 110 pounds on a good day. And so when I got pregnant, like, my OB, my doctor, was always like, oh, you need, like, by the time I was 6 months pregnant, I was barely showing because I was so small. And they were worried about the baby, blah, blah, blah. So they kept telling me, you need to gain weight. Because at 6 months pregnant, when most women are showing, have a big belly, I had barely gained like 11 pounds. Like, they were super worried about me.
yeah.
So they put me on like high protein diet. You know, they didn't want me to eat like junk food and gain weight, but they did want me to like gain, you know, a healthy amount of weight. So they told me to eat peanut butter, eat tuna fish, like all the, you know, all the time, 24/7. That's what they wanted me to eat, like all the fucking time.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, because like peanut butter has like really good fat in it, and same for like fish, etc. But you can't eat too much fish when you're pregnant because mercury. So
And you can't do peanut butter and tuna sandwich because just
that's
ew.
disgusting. So
Oh,
no, but I was eating like peanut butter all the fucking time. It's crazy. And now that I've had 3 kids, I obviously weigh too much because I weigh like 170 something now.
Too many
which is
peanut
too
butter
much.
sandwiches. See, you gotta have a balance.
You gotta
I'm
eat
like, I
more
wish I
tuna
could go
fish peanut
back
butter sandwiches.
to weighing even like I'd be happy if I weighed 140. Like I'd be so happy, but
I'd be happy if I weighed 140.
Wouldn't we all?
Never weighed
But
140.
so I was your
Ever.
height before. I used to be your height. Now I'm not. Now I'm 5'5".
Mhm.
Because I've told that story before, where they, after my transplant, the first time I went to the scale and they put that thing on your head and they measure you, and she goes, "Okay, 65 inches, 5'5". And I go, "No, that." And she goes, "What do you
That's
mean?"
not right.
Yeah, I go, "Let's do that again." And then she goes, "Rob, you're 5'5". I mean, I don't know what to tell you. And I go, "Well, I was 5'6" yesterday." I go, "I don't lose an inch in a day." And she goes, "No, after major surgery, your spine can contract." And she's telling me she's just, and I'm like, oh my God, I burst into tears, right? Because my whole entire fucking life, I'm this fucking short, fat guy that everybody makes fun of. And I was never concerned about being made fun of for being fat, because that's something you can possibly do something about. You can't fucking do jack for being short. Like, there's supposed to be no fat shaming. I wish that society would change
You're ugly,
that.
I could diet.
I wish society would change that from, let's not, go ahead and fat shame. I don't give a fuck about that. Just don't short shame. Like, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
well, anyway, so I burst into tears. But yeah, so, and then you go read those government charts. Like, I think if you're 5'5" and a male, you're supposed to weigh like between 135 and 148 or something. And I'm like, yeah, I did for a second.
Yeah. Which,
when
like, have you ever seen what that looks like on a man, though? Because I feel like that doesn't give a lot of room for, like, a lot of, like, muscle or bulk or anything like that.
Yeah,
you're talking just a very lithe person.
And then the thing about me is, if I get down to that weight, I'll have a bunch of loose skin, which isn't going to be attractive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, when I was in the Army, oh, fuck me. So I weighed 176 when I joined the Army in high school. And then I remember being on the cattle car and the drill instructor's getting everybody's name. He's like, "What's your name?" And I said, "Twohy." And he goes, "I'm going to make you a oney." And then I didn't appreciate it. And then I did lose 20 pounds in basic training and probably put on, I probably lost 40 pounds and put on 20 pounds of muscle. And then I remember being in the Army and getting in trouble for weighing like 165. Like, they were mad at me. Yeah.
I weighed 233 at MEPS and 189 graduation day.
Yeah, but you're like, how tall are you? 6'3"?
6'1".
Oh, 6'1", okay. To me, everybody that's taller, Robin is 6'3" to me. Anybody that's taller than me in any way you're 6'3".
Drake, you're so tall. I didn't know that you were that tall.
I'm 6 foot now. I was 6'1" when I cycled.
See? Oh my God, it only happens to men, Robin. Don't worry.
But I think I've lost like half an inch, but that's from having babies, right? Babies take all of my everything, like all my nutrients.
I call it from the hunch. The hunch. You get
I've got like weak bones now. Thanks, kids.
Thanks, kids. Kids are great.
But like, when I joined the Army, when I enlisted, I weighed like 141. But that was after I had my first baby. I didn't have any other kids. So that was like post baby weight. And I, like, even at 141, I didn't look like overweight or anything. I just looked like average, like normal, even though I'm 5'6". And people will say 140 is too much for a woman. But like, I don't know, maybe I just carried it really well. And I had big knockers. So like that's where all the weight was. But like then I
20
joined the
pounds of
army.
knockers is always nice.
Right. And then I like got in super duper like good shape. I didn't lose a lot of pounds because I was just converting what fat I had into like muscle. I was so muscular when I was in the army. I had like a fucking 6-pack. Like I looked great.
So let me just
and then I
interrupt
had
you,
more
Robin,
kids
for 1
and I
second.
fucked it all up.
Notham said, geez, you got to end this or do another giveaway.
Okay, I'm fucking
so
sorry.
The password is ! Notham, shut the fuck up. That's what you guys have to enter.
It's a keyword.
Enter that.
It's a keyword.
It's legit. Notham, you better get in there. He's not even. You have to type that to get in there. He's not gonna do it. He's like, I'm not typing that.
He's on his phone. He's trying to freaking type that shit. He's
Mosk and Foz fucked it up. I'm gonna laugh if Notham doesn't get in there.
It's only 3 people.
I know, because people are trying to type. Oh, Notham gets. Oh, he typed it in wrong. Wait a minute. How come that didn't work?
Because you spelled his name wrong.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna redo that, everybody, because I did spell it wrong. That's my bad.
Notham.
That's how Rob wrote it.
Notham, like.
Okay, so once again on this fucking
comedian.
thing,
Dunham.
Yeah, reset it. Notham, Okay.
2 F's.
Yeah, I got 2 F's in there. Okay, here we go. Start. Okay, try it again, everybody. And then I'll give away. And then, even though I am giving away a prize, we should end this because it's like 2.5.
Yeah,
it's not a record. I think our record is like over 3 hours.
It's all my fault.
And the
blame
winner
me.
is good gaming, everyone.
Hashtag blame Robin.
Well, you're getting
no,
look
but
at
the
all
good
these
thing
people
about
hanging around still.
The good thing about everything we've said is if anybody ever asks me anything about my life ever again, I'm gonna say just go watch episode 214.
Yeah, that's the
It's all
show.
there.
In addition, they'll get my backstory,
Yeah.
my Twitch backstory. They'll get some
Musk and
tidbits,
Foz is
nuggets
like, good
from Drake. We talked about books. Dude, we hit so many topics tonight.
We hit some stuff. No, we're not apologizing.
Yeah, I said just blame me. I'm eating a cheeseburger right now. Here I am talking about
from
like I
where?
need to lose weight. Like I weigh too much.
Where's the
I'm eating a
cheeseburger from?
Burger King.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous. Okay. All right, here we go.
Burger King. I got Burger King a couple of days ago. It was horrible. I didn't get
The
a
winner
cheeseburger.
is Mosk and Foz. You know, Burger King's actually
Alright.
kind of losing favor among the.
They need to
among the
freaking make better food. I
zeitgeist.
mean, their nuggets are
think-
horrible. Their fries are subpar.
Mhm.
Mosk
For like
and Foz,
bottom
you know
of the
what to do.
barrel fast food, McDonald's is better than Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a hot take. That's the truth.
So you know what my thing is to do to try to eat a little more healthy, even though fast food altogether is probably not that healthy.
No, it's
Is
terrible.
you go to McDonald's and you get 3 McChicken patties, just the patties.
No bread. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're 75 cents a piece, and you munch them all
It's
down,
probably-
and that's a good
3 is
meal for
probably
2.
way too many calories though.
No, it's 480 calories for 3 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Altogether, they're 480 calories.
no 160 a piece.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then that's not too bad, I guess.
No, and that's
No, it's usually the bread and the mayonnaise that adds all
Oh
the
yeah.
extra calories.
But I love mayonnaise.
No, and
mayonnaise
it's
is amazing.
not $2 VR Gemma, but 20 cents. So it's $2.25, and the tax here is 20 cents. So it's $2.45 for 3 of them.
How much is your state tax? Sales tax?
In Spokane, where I live, it's only 8.9. But
Only
like Seattle's
Holy
10.
No, ours is high too.
Seattle's
Yikes.
9.95, I think. So we might as well just be 10.
You're talking
Ours is-
sales tax?
Yeah, sales tax.
Yeah, ours is 7.
Oh, don't
here
get me
in
started on
South
property tax and paying for other
Oh
people's
no,
kids.
we've already
Fuck
had the
that.
property tax conversation because
Don't
mine
get
are
me
outrageous.
started. It's outrageous.
we
you
pay-
get an exemption.
We have an average ass house. Our property taxes are $8,000 a year. It's
What?
outrageous. It's outrageous. And then, oh, oh, on top of that, my kids go to public school, but we also have to pay yearly fees to the public school that they go to, like registration fees, material fees, electronics fees. Every fucking year, their fees are like $200. And I'm like, why are we paying $8,000 in property taxes every year if we're also paying the school, a public school, fucking fees? I just don't get it. It's so dumb. I've complained about this a million times before on Rob's channel, on my channel. So I don't want to go into it again.
Property taxes and where it goes is one of the biggest pet peeves of my life.
Yeah.
I'm 100% in on fire, police, and all that shit. But when I don't have fucking kids. I don't have children. Why am I paying for your being my next door neighbor or whoever the fuck? Why am I paying for other people's children? And then I got on a call. I got on a call on the mayor's. They do like a local access public, on TV like Channel 5 or whatever. And I called in, and I'm like, so I'm a single man who doesn't have any children, and I would like to know why I'm paying for other people's children. And they gave me this ration of shit about, property values and all tides lifting, rising, lifting a tide rises all boats. And I was like, and I didn't want to for whatever reason, I should have gone off on them. But what I ended up doing is I chickened out and I just went, yeah, right. And I hung up, and then I listened to myself do that on the air.
Did you record it on a cassette tape? And
no, I didn't do that because.
All right, then you're not a sicko.
Yeah. So yeah.
Or as much as a sicko as we thought you were. Anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem that property taxes goes to schools and all that. I mean, I understand from your perspective why you don't like it. I don't have a problem with it. The problem that I have is that I am a tax-paying citizen. We pay our property taxes, but then we send our kids to public school and we still have to pay additional money on top of that. Like that's the part that
I was in high school. I go to school for 8 hours a day, and then I have to do homework. What the hell?
Yeah, I also
do
not like homework. I don't think my children have to do homework
children.
either.
That's the lesson.
Right, but I can't.
Or be one.
I can't change that. Now I've got 3 of them.
Can't
that
you,
have to go to
Robin?
school.
Can't you?
No, I love my kids. I'm not getting rid of them. But yeah, it just irritates me.
You can donate them. You can donate them.
I mean, you guys want them? You can have them for a little bit
Yeah.
and then send them back.
I can see. Rob, can you handle a couple of kids for a weekend?
All right, kids, you're going to Uncle Rob's.
Yeah, but how old? How old's your oldest?
My oldest is 15.
Yeah, I could do that one.
He just turned 15. My middle is 11.
Okay, I can maybe do that one.
Yeah, you're not gonna like the little one though.
No, I'm out.
He's 4, and he's also the craziest of all 3 of them. Like the least disciplined, despite how hard we try.
Fearless.
Yeah, he's fucking fearless. Yeah, exactly.
The extra fees that you pay for the school, Robin, are so that I don't have to pay.
That's fair enough. Yeah. No, I wouldn't pawn my youngest off on even my own mother. Like she'll be like, "Hey, can the kids come spend the night? Whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, great, but not Cameron because he's a fucking nut house. Like you don't want him at your house."
My niece, she's 15. Wait a minute. She'll be 16 in October. So her favorite thing to do is clean.
Aww.
So you can imagine how I'm trying to get her to come over here. Mm-hmm. But then, the whole her mother hates me, so then it's never going to happen. But somebody in the chat, but the kids do chores, and I'm like, yeah, I could get her over here to do my chores. But
my kids do chores.
I was gonna have a OCD party at my house for all my OCD friends and just lock them in.
Yeah, so they're scrubbing the toothbrush.
Right.
I'll come clean your house.
It's like a lock-in OCD. But then
when you lock them in, you got to do it 5. You got to lock, unlock, lock, unlock, lock. You got to do it 5 times.
I just decided it was just cheaper to hire maids to do it.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
I wish I could afford that. I hate you guys so much.
$50 every 2 weeks.
Well, that's not bad. They seem more expensive here.
Well, they are. It used to be 100, and then my neighbor lady moved in, and she saw the cleaners in my driveway one time because I hired these people. Topless maids. No, I didn't. I'm not just kidding. What are they called? Whatever the fuck their name was. Some national maid service. And she goes, how much do pay those guys? And I go, $100 every 2 weeks. And she about fucking fainted. She's like, really? She goes, I clean houses for a living. And she goes, I go, how much would you charge me? She goes, oh, half that. And I said, so $50 every 2 weeks. She goes, yeah. And I go, done. It's done. We'll start today.
Yeah, come clean
And
my
then
house.
she also ended up being someone who used to work for the pest control people.
Okay.
And so I saved half on that too. And then she just moved away last weekend, but she only moved across town because the lady that lived next door to me that I told the story about meeting her and her dogs ran at me, and I don't know if you guys all remember that. She wanted to move back to her house, so she kicked out these renters who were really nice. But she's gonna still clean my house and do all that.
That's cool. Let me ask you a question since you have a maid service.
Okay.
Do they use their own
Yes.
cleaning supplies or do you see that'd be the
uses all their
problem
own
for me.
stuff.
Yeah, I can't do that because like I when I clean my own home, right, I don't use a lot of like high chemical stuff. Like I don't like chemical cleaners. So when I like clean my kitchen, for example, I'm very on the more natural end of things.
Yeah, well,
crunchy, whatever. I clean with vinegar and baking soda.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
she
basics.
does. So the company that I had did all green stuff.
Okay, so that's
one of the reasons and then she does all, I don't know what she uses specifically. I haven't checked. I just trust her, but she uses all natural, she said.
Okay.
And I don't ever like when she's done, I don't smell like fucking pine sol
because
or
I
anything.
can't. Yeah, exactly. I can't do like shit like that.
I like the ones here to come in with a pressure cleaner and lacquer thinner. Just go to town. Just,
No, that would be way too much chemicals for me.
just get it all bleached and clean.
Maybe I'll look
More
into
bleach, the better. That's what we used to do in the army.
Even Messy's left the chat. He can't even be bothered to listen to his own wife.
It's fine.
He's like already in bed.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, no, I only use bleach in the bathroom. That's like the only room in the house you should use bleach is the bathroom.
Oh, I drink it to stop COVID.
It's too toxic.
I haven't got COVID yet.
Yep. Neither has my floor.
Neither has your floor. You don't know. Have you tested your floor for COVID?
I can't say the same. I got vaccinated and we still got COVID, but we have kids. They bring shit home, whatever.
Well, but being vaccinated is the important. Even if you get COVID, you don't fucking die. So that's the good part.
Yeah, I had like the flu for like a week. Basically.
I'm still so mad at Dave Middleton. I'm so mad. It's gonna take me a while to get over it. Very mad.
Yeah, sad face.
Sad face. All right. Well, on that happy note.
Yeah, we need to end this.
That's it. Bring the whole fucking thing down.
I was in the middle of a huge yawn. Yeah, let's do it. Let's say goodnight to everybody.
All right.
Good gaming, everyone.
What she said.